does all the planning and production, making sure things not only look great, but also work. Make a smart investment in your culture today. Search online, Events by Design. They design, you party.
Tune in to KBN every day at 2 o'clock. Kyle Brust and Nordman. 94.5 ESPN is WKTI and WKTI HD, Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station.
Three-time Wisconsin Sports Writer of the Year, Jason Wilde.
There aren't any Jasons 12 and under. That's a dead name.
Packers Hall of Famer, Mark Tauscher.
How many kids do you hear, hey, Marky? It might be almost to the point of Ruth.
Live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studios in downtown Milwaukee at the 3rd Street Market Hall.
You love that name so much, you don't even go by it.
If you call me Mark, I'm fine. I like my name. I like my name a lot.
This is Wilde and Tausch.
Wilde and Tosh.
It's Wilde and Touch, isn't it?
Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
Because
I don't know.
Well, we have our intro song here, but our intro song gets flagged for music violations because
Change it.
What?
Change
What are
the
you
song
doing over there?
What do you
Get
want?
to royalty free.
And then
let's go.
Because if I change it without you guys hearing, then you'll be like, what the heck is this song you're playing? at the
Hey,
intro?"
Jesse, quick question for you. Have we complained at all about any of the royalty-free music?
No.
Any of it?
No.
We have
We've
raved
made it a
about
bit.
it.
Yeah, you love it, actually.
Matter of fact, I've complained when you've played royalty music
You have?
because
Yeah.
it keeps us off YouTube and Spotify. So,
Right.
what are you talking about? Nobody's mad at
All
you.
right, say goodbye.
Stop being a victim. Come on,
say
Jesse.
goodbye to the Killers. One of these days this week, we're going to have a new song.
I
so
know.
we
I'm
start the
sad.
show.
I'll be sad, but I'll be okay with it. Jesse, quickly, if I sang the Killers Open with a little Killers background, is that still royalty, or was that? How does that work?
So I asked this same question because I wanted to do that Detroit Rock City headline, and after the fact, our buddy Josh DiMaggio, Big Cat, said that if there are karaoke versions of songs, you can use that, and it doesn't count against the actual.
Is that right?
Again, I don't want to misquote Joshy, but that was his suggestion for that specific instance.
So, I have an idea.
Oh, no.
I think
we should do
either
movies.
No, so you obviously love Matt Carney, and he has been a staple on our show. You sing, is that the 10 o'clock hour that Carney comes in? Or 11?
10 o'clock sooner or later, yeah.
Yep.
So Jason sings and gets lyrics and sings his own to open the 10. I'll do the 9 with some type of Killers song that will be Wilde and Tausch related, a la a parody. And then Jesse, with his piano, will do the 11. And don't you think that it's a teamwork deal?
I love where your head is
Okay.
at. My
All
other
right.
thought was I think Matt would just allow us to use his music. But again, YouTube won't
I think it's
care.
up to him.
All the bands let us
Not
use
up
that.
to
We pay a good amount of money for all the bands to let
Not
us use
anymore,
their
we
money,
don't.
but YouTube doesn't care about those rules.
Jerks.
Nope.
And they made us look foolish because of whatever their rules are, causing you to have me talking to you all over the air. All right. It is the Tuesday edition. Evan Cohen's on the show. Matt Bowen's going to join us. We'll save the spiel for tomorrow, I guess. Tausch, I don't know. Did you have somewhere you wanted to start because otherwise you sent me something that I thought was extremely interesting.
Fire it up. I just wanted to make sure you knew we could hear you. That was the only reason I wanted to start. Everything else is great.
I appreciate you letting me know, and I appreciate Jesse putting me in that spot. All right, here's what you sent me and Jesse earlier today. So Ben Johnson speaking to reporters, I assume yesterday, or maybe heading into the Philadelphia game. Now that I look at it.
Oh, by the way, before you get into Ben Johnson, I text our good buddy Sylvie. I'm going on their show. I'm sure you are too at some point this week. Obviously, a big battle. And last year, we made a pizza bet. And I think we were going to send him, we were going to send him cheese. I felt pretty confident we were going to win. And we beat him. Or this was, I guess, 2 years ago. I got to frame that because the Bears did beat us last year. Mm-hmm. So right now, then we went double or nothing on the first game that the Bears played, and obviously Carl Brooks tipped the kick, and we beat the Bears again. So they're down. The Waddle and Sylvie team are down 2 full-on pizza parties. I think 1 to our ESPN Madison team and 1 to Old T's team, my team. I text Sylvie and I said, hey, congrats. You guys are humming along. I'm assuming you want to go 2X here. So it could end up being double. I wanted to give them a double or nothing opportunity.
So there was not a wager on the game?
We didn't wager. He wouldn't wager on the last game of the year. All right, fine. That's great. Whatever.
Huh.
He doesn't. So normally, it's the holiday weekend. So I think I sent it to him Saturday while I was sitting in a bus waiting for the plane to get whatever it was. I had time. And immediately Sylvie's like, no, let's do each other's shows this week, but no, I'm not going to do that. And I'm thinking to myself, here we go. We got this confident Bears operation. They're in the number 1 seed. Ben Johnson's ripping his shirt off. They're wolfing down free hot dogs all throughout this great city of Chicago today.
Love that.
And old boy's scared of doubling up on his pizza bet. So I don't know if that tells you a little bit about the psyche of where the good old Chicagoans are. I think that they are guarding themselves. They are guarding their hearts because they know this will break them. And they don't want to let us know that it will break them. But if we throttle them or beat them soundly at Lambeau, I believe that they will be broken. That's where I think they are because it's
9
fragile.
and 4?
Here's the deal. You don't think that they know how fragile this is? Ben Johnson, this clip you're going to play, tells you he knows how fragile it is. You don't think their fans, they are all downplaying. The Bears fans in the offseason are obnoxious.
That they are.
They win every offseason. I'm not sensing. Do you feel the bravado that Bears fans should feel being 9-3 and just beating the world champs on the road on Black Friday? They're all hedging. They're wildying their feelings because they know Packer fans are confident and they feel like if they lose to the Green Bay Packers this weekend, this whole house of cards could start crumbling. That's the feeling I get.
I don't know if they were to lose both of them because they play each other twice in a 3-week span, right? It's
but this is a big
Chicago, one. Denver, Chicago.
Yeah.
Like I don't know if you're playing them again at your place 2 weeks later. I'm not sure it's going to crumble immediately
Jason,
off of Sunday.
Have you seen on all of your social channels a ton of bravado or confident talk by Bears fans?
Yeah, I'm the wrong guy to ask.
Tempered. What do you mean you're the wrong? You're on LinkedIn. You're a Packers reporter.
Yeah, but I'm not scouring Bears Twitter to see how fans are feeling. I would say this: the fact that Sylvie was so reluctant is a bad sign for Bears because he's as pro-Bears as anybody. He may be more pro-Bears than Waddle, and Waddle played for him.
I feel like they're happy.
Apprehension.
But they almost are, I can't believe that we're here, and I don't want this ride to end. But unfortunately, Sunday might be a rude awakening. That's the vibe I get.
That sounds like a biased vibe.
No, because trust me, I said all offseason, all you hear are Bears fans talking about how they won the offseason and they got the great coach and they're better than Matt LaFleur and you would hear more and you'd see more. I was in a car for a while yesterday listening to Big Cat from his podcast, not Big
Josh
Cat,
DiMaggio.
the other Big Cat.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
He's tempering. The biggest, I guess he's a Bears fan. He's tempering his expectations. He wants to see what happens. There is a wait-and-see approach to this Chicago Bears fan base right now. And I'm telling you, I think that they've been scorned so many times by all versions of the Green Bay Packers that this is how they feel.
So you think that scared money, they got scared money right now? They're not feeling so confident. They're not going to Hard Rock Casino Rockford betting on their Bears right now.
I think they've been beaten enough that they are looking at it and saying, I don't want to put my heart out there yet. We're happy. We're
like a bad
excited that this
relationship.
team is getting, but we're not going to open up our hearts yet until we see that we can beat this Green Bay Packers team. That's what I think.
Do you think they're right in guarding their hearts like that?
Yes. I do.
I think so, too.
I do. They're 7-point dogs. They're 7-point dogs.
On the road against a team that has a similar but slightly lesser record than the Bears have. The Bears have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 of their 9 wins are one-score wins. And in those games, they have played 7 total one-score games. They're 6-1. And usually
they're winners.
Well, yes and no. You know this. I'm not telling you anything you don't know.
Minnesota had a pretty good record last year of 1 win.
Correct.
Right?
They did, yes. And that's what allows you to put up a really good record because only a few plays
very fragile.
separate teams that win from teams that lose. You don't expect to go 6-1 in one-score games. Usually it's kind of even Steven. The Vikings were like 10-1 or something preposterous a year ago. So
it is preposterous.
I would say that the Bears, with their 9-3 record, are a couple of plays away from being more like 7-5 or 6-6, right? So I don't blame their fans for being apprehensive. And on top of that, I think there are, Ben Johnson himself has questioned how well the quarterback is playing. So Caleb Williams right now has the worst completion percentage of any quarterback starting in the NFL currently. I mean, that includes J.J. McCarthy.
Yep. How about Brosmer though? Brosmer.
Well, I don't think he counts. I mean, he started a game, but he's not.
So I just want to make sure I'm crystal clear here because I respect what Chicago has done. I do, and I think it's great that the rivalry is kind of back at it. I think it's great for the NFC North. It's good for the NFL. I believe the Green Bay Packers are a much better football team than the Bears. And I think Bears fans believe it too. They don't want to admit it, but I think in their heart of hearts they know it. Now, the beautiful part is we'll find out on Sunday, but they know that you can't win in this league being low, high 50s completion percentage. Ben Johnson knows it. Their linebackers aren't. They physically took it to Philly. That will be their formula. Can they physically take it to Green Bay?
Run it up the middle.
If they can. If they can, they can beat us. If they can't, they have no chance. That's how I look at this game. So we'll see. That's why they play the games, and I think it'll be great. But if you're asking me, like, what to kind of delve into how everybody's feeling, just like I think Green Bay fans were excited about their team, we're upset about some of the inconsistencies, and can we get by the Detroit Lions? Because the Lions they've been our bully. And this season, we took that back. And I don't think we're going to give anything up to the Chicago Bears in their first year with Ben Johnson. That's just how I feel.
We will hear the clip that we referenced at the beginning of this conversation from Ben Johnson coming up next, after Tausch tells us about Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
Well, ensure your home remains comfortable before all of this brutal post-holiday winter. You know, we got a bunch of snow. We got a bunch of cold air blowing. It's nice when you have Pella Windows and Doors and you keep all that energy in your house and all that dollars staying in, not seeping out. And you know what, Santa? He's a magical fella. But his elves? I want Pella's elves. Santa's elves are not qualified to build Pella's windows and doors with all of the configurations and the stuff. You need to have the professionals. So instead of going through the big red fella, take advantage of zero interest for 24 months with Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Pella's elves, they install year-round and will finish the installation in as little as a day. Hurry up, though. This deal ends December 31st. Schedule your free consultation today at PellaWI.com. Certain restrictions do apply.
We'll hear from Ben Johnson next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
This is Wilde and Tausch.
Wilde and Tausch is presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella at 855-PELLA-WI or visit online at PellaWI.com/radio. All day, every day. The Carbless talk and text line is open for you.
First off, there is not one team that's on the fringe that scares me.
800-990-3776. The Carbless talk and text line. This is more. Stay up to date on the green and gold all season. The Green and Gold Fix podcast is brought to you by Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Luxury stay, elite play, unwind in sophisticated comfort. Win big, dine, and experience the events in Milwaukee.
My husband's an animal in bed.
Well, you know.
Not in the fun way. Think warthog. With a chainsaw.
Snoring and sleep apnea affect over 90 million people, and 1 out of 4 couples sleep in separate rooms. Advent can help. We've been Milwaukee's one-stop solution for nasal congestion, snoring, and sleep apnea for over 20 years. Unlike many other practices, we focus exclusively on these conditions, so you get comprehensive care under one roof. Advent's unique approach can help you breathe and sleep better, and many avoid a CPAP. Plus, most insurance is accepted for our effective 20-minute in-office treatments.
Hey, the only animal you want in your bed is your dog.
Advent. Sleep better. Sleep together. Learn how you can improve your life at adventknows.com.
Strong mind, strong body, and strong communities. That is what you need to know about the Princeton Club, and that is what you can achieve at the Princeton Club of New Berlin. When you walk in there, you will feel completely motivated to better yourself just like everyone else is doing. I've done personal training. They have saunas. They have workout classes. They have basketball courts. They have indoor-outdoor swimming pools. It all starts with a tour. Check it out. You're going to fall in love. Free childcare with the membership, open 24/7. Check out the Princeton Club of New Berlin. Get your tour and take that small step to a bigger journey for a better tomorrow. That's at theprincetonclub.net.
UW Credit Union presents the Student Athlete of the Week, supporting local student athletes as they grow on the field, in the classroom, and in the community. UW Credit Union is here for every you. Learn more at uwcu.org.
With your UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week, I'm Will Summers. This week's UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week is Winneconne Wolves quarterback and 3-star Iowa commit Brody Schaefer. Schaefer was nothing short of heroic in the Division V state championship, powering Winneconne to a 28-22 comeback win win over Little Chute, capping a perfect 14-0 season. Down 9 late, Schaefer ignited the rally with an interception early in the fourth quarter, then led the Wolves on back-to-back scoring drives. He finished the night completing 11 of 16 passes for 149 yards and 2 touchdowns, while rushing for 123 yards and another score. Brody's play fueled a balanced Wolves offense and set up the game winner, an 8-yard touchdown run by Mason Matthew with just a minute and 20 seconds left. Winnicott claimed just the second state title in school history. Congratulations to Brody Schaefer, your UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week.
Any coach will tell you, games are won in the preparation. The same's true in cybersecurity. Trend Micro helps businesses move from reactive to proactive with cyber risk exposure management. That means real-time visibility into your risks across cloud, email, endpoints, and networks. For over 35 years, enterprises worldwide have trusted Trend Micro to prepare, protect, and perform. Don't wait for the next threat to blow the whistle. Get secure now at trendmicro.com, because the best defense is being ready before the game even starts.
It's Jason Wilde from Wilde & Tausch. Upgrade your industrial supply services with Lakeland Supply, your trusted ISO certified partner for custom packaging, shipping supplies, janitorial, and safety supply solutions. With over 40 years of industry excellence, Lakeland Supply is a proven one-stop source with over 95% of their products made in the U.S., and they treat their customers like family. Personalized service with a national reach. That's what Lakeland Supply does. Visit LakelandSupply.com to discover how they can make your business better.
You're listening to Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin and sponsored by American Family Insurance.
Getting ready for Evan Cohen of Unsportsmanlike to join us, as he does usually on Tuesdays. Juggling his schedule a little bit with us lately, but he'll join us next. We have said on this program from time to time, at least I have, that the Packers definitely can win with Jordan Love. They don't always win because of him, but I don't think we've ever said that they win in spite of him. And Ben Johnson didn't say that exactly about Caleb Williams.
He pretty much did. Pretty much did.
He talked about the passing game. He talked about route depth. He may have mentioned something along the lines of the completion percentage. 58% on the completion percentage for Caleb Williams. But here is Ben Johnson discussing the state of the Bears' passing game in the aftermath of his offense racking up 281 rushing yards in a win on Black Friday over the Philadelphia Eagles.
We got to fundamentally be correct. The primary receiver, when he's open, we want to make sure we hit him. And then all of our pass catchers, we just harped on it today. We need to be more disciplined in our route detail. It's not where it needs to be. Our depth's not proper all the time. Our steps isn't. And so everybody's got a role to play to get this pass game cleaned up. It's not where it needs to be. We're winning in spite of our passing game, not because of it. And none of us are pleased with that right now.
Tausch, we're winning in spite of our passing game, not because of it. Ouch.
Yeah, I think if you're a fan of the Bears, you love to hear that. Because that's, being accountable.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not just saying, well, this is how this is what we do. We're going to run because you can be a great running team. At some point, teams can sell out enough and say, well, let's see if you can beat us throwing the football. And in today's NFL, you have to have some semblance of a passing game. So, yeah, I think the more you see Ben Johnson and kind of what he's about and how he's handling his business, you have to be kind of impressed from the outside. And I'm sure everybody on the inside. Now, the results are coming with it, so that makes it easier to sell. But the bottom line is, this pass rush in this defense, if you can limit Monangai and everybody else running the football, and you turn this in, you're going to write this down already for the keys to the game or whatever we do on Friday. Green Bay gets this Bears team in 3rd and 5+ more than they don't. This thing's a wrap. They are going to struggle because I give them credit again with their O-line, but this needs to be a 3rd and long game. I think that's where you can create turnovers, and that's where our defense really likes to eat. And if the Bears can keep it where they're pounding the football and it's 3rd and 3, 3rd and 4, I think you're in for a dogfight. And like most of these games, who wins the battle up front is going to be, it's not going to be who's quarterback. Obviously, we'd take Jordan Love over Caleb Williams, and so would Ben Johnson as we sit here right now.
Mm-hmm.
You wouldn't say that, but he would. Mm-hmm. And Jordan is a much better thrower of the football than Caleb is as we sit here today. And, the stats would indicate that. And so if you can get this into a game where you have to throw the football, I think Green Bay feels a heck of a lot better about it than the Chicago Bears do.
So I said something very unpopular because I'm not a fan, and that was that I wanted to see Caleb Williams and Ben Johnson make the Bears good again, because I think this rivalry, which has been so one-sided for the last 3 decades with Favre and Rodgers. Brett Favre, the Packers with Brett Favre at quarterback against the Bears, 22 and 10.
Sounds like a win-loss stat. Sounds like a QBWL.
The Packers with Aaron Rodgers at quarterback against the Bears, 25 and 5.
That's pretty good.
The Packers with Jordan Love at quarterback, 3 and 1 against the Bears. So 22 and 10, 25 and 5, 3 and 1. The Bears, obviously, no matter who played quarterback, they lost a bunch of those games. So I said that I wanted Caleb Williams to be good enough for this to be like a great rivalry, like Manning versus Brady. That has not materialized yet. Jordan Love is certainly much further along, but I'm if they're going to win in spite of him or win with him, that's still more interesting to me than it being one-sided. I know Packers fans don't feel the way I do. Do you believe that Caleb Williams, I'm going to ask Evan Cohen this as well, do you believe with Ben Johnson as his coach, Caleb Williams will live up to being the number 1 overall pick from a year ago, or do you think he's going to be a disappointment for Bears fans too?
I think he has a chance to have a chance. I believe when you start looking at it, he moves better than Jared Goff, but I think he is going to need that same Sean McVay, Jared Goff relationship. Jared Goff, when he had Jeff Fisher, stunk. Mm-hmm. Caleb Williams with Eberflus, not very good. Now, This year, he needs to be more accurate with the football, no question. I think he has the skills, or he doesn't get drafted as high as he does. And if you believe that Ben Johnson knows what he's doing, and I do believe he does, I think it could be that type of relationship. Do I see him like I see Josh Allen or Patrick Mahomes or any of the top-tier quarterbacks? No. You can't, in this league, you can't have an under 60% completion percentage and expect to have a ton of success. So I believe if I'm a Bears fan, I look at what Sean McVay did with Jared Goff. That would be where I'm hoping to get him to. And if you can do that, you'd feel pretty good about it.
Yeah, you got to a Super Bowl that way. All right, we need to get ready for Evan Cohen. I'm going to ask him the question I just asked Tausch after I asked Tausch to tell us about Coors Light.
Yeah, whether you're tailgating pregame, enjoying the experience during the game, celebrating a big dub after the game, or you just need a moment to chill, crack open that Rocky Mountain Cold Coors Light, brewed with that 3-step cold process, cold lager, cold filtered, and cold packaged. It is made to chill. Celebrate responsibly. Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
Jeff in the ESPN Madison YouTube comments, Jesse did an excellent job last night hosting the Barry Alvarez show. The entire hour was devoted to recruiting and looking back on the season. Tarek Saleh was great. Alvarez wants O-lineman from Wisconsin. Jesse, we will give you more pats on the back a little bit later in the program. I'm sure Evan Cohen will give you one when he joins us from Unsportsmanlike next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
Wilde and Tausch continues next on 94.5 ESPN, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, and sponsored by American Family Insurance. Let's get the latest from Lambeau. This is your Green and Gold Fix on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Tri-City National Bank. Tri-City National Bank offers a full suite of personal and business banking products at more than 25 convenient locations. Open your account today at the community bank that's Milwaukee's best bank. Learn more at tcnb.com.
It is Bears week, and for the first time in years, big-time playoff implications for both of these teams in a matchup in December. The 9-3 Bears, currently the 1 seed in the NFC and the NFC North, while the 8-3-1 Packers would overtake them for the division lead with a win Sunday. Back at his introductory press conference in January, Bears head coach Ben Johnson took a little bit of a shot at Matt LaFleur.
To be quite frank with you, I kind of enjoyed beating Matt LaFleur twice a year.
And months later, LaFleur asked if he ever thinks about those comments.
Not really, no.
Certainly adds some juice for Sunday.
This has been your Green and Gold Fix on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Tri-City National Bank, your hometown bank.
Need to find that perfect home? Don't sell. Upgrade with a home equity loan. Renovate that kitchen. Retile that bath. You choose the fixtures. Let us do the math. Tri-City National Bank. Equal housing lender. NMLS 433891.
Hey, it's Jason Wilde, and I have the perfect gift idea for you. A custom holiday gift box filled with all your Kringle favorites from Racine Danish Kringles. Or you could also try the new Holiday Stick Sampler Pack featuring Winter Wonderland, Mary Berry, Gingerbread, and Santa's Cinnaberry. It's stick size and a great way to try all the favorite flavors of the season. So go to Kringle.com to order or call them at 800-4DANISH. Racine Danish Kringles. It's not just a treat, it's a tradition.
Give the gift of a special night out from the Bartolotta Restaurants. Purchase a gift card at Bartolottas.com and get a $20 holiday bonus for every $100 you spend. Happy holidays from all of us at the Bartolotta Restaurants, and thank you, Milwaukee.
Ho, ho, my back.
Santa?
Ho, ho, Gina Dello from Pella. You've been a good girl this year.
Is that why you're in here building new windows?
Santa's doing OT.
Let me make a call.
Frighteningly fast pellet team at your service. Let us take it from here, Mr. Claus. And Gina, next time.
I know. Ask for a Pella gift card. Right now at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, get 0% interest for 24 months. Visit PellaWI.com.
Service restrictions apply. It's 12/31/2025.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-8968. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-8968. That's 800-575-8968. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
When you're injured, you want quick, specialized care, not a long ER wait. The orthopedic care specialists at Ortho ASAP treat fractures, sprains, strains, sports injuries, and more right away. With on-site x-rays and expert care, Ortho ASAP gets you back on track faster. Open 7 days a week with locations in Brookfield and Pewaukee, it's more affordable than the ER. Walk in, get treated, and get back to life. Ortho ASAP. There is a difference. Visit orthowisconsin.com.
This is Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Sponsored by American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
This is not a farewell to Evan Cohen, because he will continue to join us on Tuesdays as he always does. This is a farewell to the Killers, though. We have decided, we've made the command decision to in an effort, despite the princely sum that we pay, to play great music, and we do love the Killers on this show. We want to make sure that we're on the right side of getting you all of our content properly on the various other ways you can consume Wilde and Tausch. So goodbye to the Killers. Hello.
And Jason, and our show is kind of built for royalty-free music too. Like I think our show's built for that.
I don't know
what
that
singing.
means.
No, we like singing. I don't think we need all of the bells and whistles of big-time artists.
I don't think we tend to sing. Don't we tend to sing along or parody?
Yeah, but we don't even know the words.
Required music though. Like
we don't even know the words.
Okay. Well, we do know Evan Cohen, and he joins us now from Unsportsmanlike. Evan, good morning. How are you?
For a second, I was like, wait, I wasn't consulted on this, and then I now I understand why. So I'm, you know what? I could say I'm doing well, but I'm not doing well, guys. And
oh no,
I'm sure you guys can. Well, I'm sure you guys can relate to this. So I had to rush out of the studio today at the end of the program, right after Stephanie McMahon joined us, who was unbelievable. But the reason I had to rush out is early this morning, 5-something in the morning, I get the automated message from the school system. 3-hour delay for my kids because of an incoming alleged snowstorm. All right, well, that's not ideal. My wife works, and also simultaneously this week, unfortunately, has jury duty. Well, okay, so you get that message. Now we got to scramble, figure out what we're going to do with the kids for 3 hours. Then, as we're finishing up the show, I get the school closed. Oh, God. It's not currently snowing, and it's raining. Yeah, very frustrating. So now my wife had to go. We had to drop them off at a friend's house. I'm now rushing home. But if you were here where I am right now in New York, this is ridiculous that they're not in school right now. And I think, correct me if I'm wrong, there's a quota, right? Aren't there a number of days that teachers are allowed to teach? So when you have the opening, when you haven't taken a snow day, you got to take it, I guess, even if there's no snow? This is ridiculous.
Safety first, Evan. It's always safety first.
Yeah, I don't think that
Yeah,
they're
but you know what? I don't look at school as academics. I look at school as babysitting.
Okay. Well, fair enough.
Okay. So wait. So at no point were they going to join the Unsportsmanlike panel? Like, was that not an option to bring them into the studio?
You want my wife to drive my kids in over an hour?
No, get them up and take them with them in the morning.
Yeah. What time?
Get them up. Take your kids to work day. Let's go.
I was sitting at a desk in the city an hour away from my house when I got the initial 3-hour delay notification.
No. You're not understanding.
Sounds like you get to work
too early. You knew that
early.
School was going to be canceled 3 hours. It was pushed 3 hours. So wake your kids up at 3:30 and say, hey, it's take our kids to work day today. Let's go.
Tausch, you're not listening. I didn't know.
No, I was
at that
listening.
Time. By the way, let's not blow by what Jesse just said. Go ahead, repeat it, because they didn't hear it, Jesse.
Oh, we heard it.
Sounds like you get to work way too early.
Tausch, how do you feel about that comment from your...
I don't have any. No, I made Jesse work too hard yesterday on a number, so I am very sensitive to Jesse's work today. I'm going to be... I don't have a comment on that, Evan.
You asked for caller 126 to win a contest.
Yeah, I asked Riley Yelp for 140, and Riley soaked it in and said, give me more. I want 142. I want 146.
By the way, speaking of Riley, good job by him representing UW-Madison. I saw that clip. That was great. That all this, he's standing up for our school. That was awesome. Good job, Riley.
I didn't... What was it? You mean the Big Brother stuff?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. All right, Jason, I don't know if you've seen that or not. EFCO, I was listening to your show this morning, and you're trying to tell me that the New York Giants' job is not as I guess, in demand because their quarterback plays too reckless? I want to make sure I'm summarizing this correctly. Is that your take?
Not what I said. Not what I said.
All right, what did you say?
What I asked.
Don't do the ask. You made a declarative statement. No?
No, I did not. No, I didn't. What I'm asking to those who know more than I would, which would be Chris Canty, who played, Mark Tauscher, who played, and Jason Wilde, who covers, what I'm asking is, does a quarterback's recklessness potentially turn someone off to a job? That's what I'm asking. And if you tell me no, because every coach will come in thinking, oh, I can fix that, then case solved. So I will ask you, by the way, let's use your guy, and the guy that I definitely root for, Mike McCarthy. Would Mike be turned off by Jackson Dart's recklessness, or would he say,
no,
give me a training camp with him,
I can figure that out? He said he could fix it.
Okay.
He thinks he could fix it. Yep.
Jason, you agree with that?
Yeah, so I guess my question would be, is the recklessness as much of a deterrent as, say, I don't know, inaccuracy with throwing the football, right? Because Tausch and I were just talking about Caleb Williams and the quote from Ben Johnson saying that right now we're winning in spite of our passing game, not because of it. And he also pointed out the route running and everything else, but that's still an indictment of the quarterback. So I would argue you're more likely to be able to coach out the recklessness than significantly coach out inaccuracy. You can certainly improve fundamentals and footwork and everything you need to be more accurate. We saw Tom Clements and Mike McCarthy do that with Matt Flynn, for example. And we saw him drop Aaron Rodgers' ball carriage after he was done at Cal with Jeff Tedford. But what would you be more turned off by as a coach? Recklessly running with the football or not being able to throw the football precisely? I would say it would be the latter.
It's an interesting question. So I'm going to answer it with a question based on real-life experience here that we've seen in the NFL. Do you believe the Buffalo Bills have coached out the recklessness of reigning MVP Josh Allen?
I think that they have improved his decision-making on when he can and should not be reckless, yes. Not entirely coached it out of him, no.
Right. That second part really stands out to me. So this is an interesting quarterback discussion, right? I love Jalen Hurts. One of the reasons I love Jalen Hurts is because he's risk-averse. He doesn't make mistakes. I understand he did on Friday, but in general, in comparison to his peers, he doesn't make mistakes, right? I love that. Your quarterback, Jordan Love, really interesting. Makes some of the best throws you'll ever see. Also makes some of the worst throws you'll ever see, but rarely do they result in turnovers, which is an odd thing to have so many missed throws and so many great throws and not turn the ball over. So you bring up an interesting point. Yes, maybe you can coach the recklessness out of a player, but the recklessness we're talking about with some other players is based on where they throw the ball. With this specific player, Jackson Dart, is the danger of him actually getting hurt, God forbid. That's different than turning the ball over.
Sure, but I would argue that I saw Aaron Rodgers during his time early in his career as a starter. You know, you saw it in the game in 2007 when he went in Dallas. You saw it when Tausch was blocking for him in 08 and 09.
Jason, I'm going to tell you, and I tell this story a lot, but I know not everybody listens every day. So in 2010, and I think Rodgers, like a lot of young players, a la Jackson Dart, and they want to prove to their teammates they're tough, that they're going to be out there competing, and they're going to get every yard, they're going to make a tackle on an interception. And the light came on for Aaron Rodgers after he was knocked out of the Detroit Lions game. I think it was a Thanksgiving game. We ended up getting beat 7-3. It was like a total sludge. And then that next week, in front of the entire team, Mike McCarthy got up and he basically said, we need you. We need you to be out there. You have to be smarter, because he was running, he took a shot, and I think the light bulb went on when everybody in the room is looking at you at the quarterback and say, we do need you. You have to be smarter about when you pick your spots. And from that point on, Aaron still would go make plays. He'd do things with his feet. But sometimes it takes your team and your coaches to come out and tell you, hey, man, we love your competitive juice. We want you to have that, but we need you. We are dependent on you. And the only way that helps us is if you're out there playing. And I'm telling you, that got through to him, and I'm telling you the rest of his career, that was in the back of his mind when he was in the decision-making process of doing stuff.
That's a great...
That was really interesting because the first part of that, what you just said, I had not thought about. That part of the mentality of, in this case, Jackson Dart, in that case, Aaron, was I need to show the other 52 I'm one of them. And I had not thought about it that way because I don't look at a quarterback like I'm one of. Like, I played high school football.
That's what I heard. I've heard not overly successful, but you had a fun run. Is what I heard.
Yeah, I had a run.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I don't know that I was a football player. I was a quarterback, and I think that there is a difference. And I don't look at Jackson like the quarterback position. Yes, football player, sure, kind of, but it's not like every other position. It is more important both by salary and both by importance to a game than every other position.
Leadership.
That's not meant to insult. Yeah, so you're not just like everyone else, and in essence, trying to prove you are could actually make you not one of everybody else because you get hurt and you can't help them. God forbid.
Yeah. I think there is.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I was just going to say I think there's also it takes a while for the player, the quarterback, to feel like they actually are deserved of being that, where it's everybody in the building. And I don't know if it was Canty or who it was. Maybe it was Jeff Saturday on Get Up that was talking about everybody is dependent on you, or if you get hurt, all of a sudden I go from living in wherever to I have to go find a new town, a new school for my kids. That's how dependent people are on you. And it is everybody in the building. And that is a huge burden that I think some people, you don't know if you're worthy of that. And until you know that, that's when it sinks in. And it does take a little time to understand the bigness of that, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes total sense. It makes total sense because it's real life. I mean, someone that's important at a job that will just come in sick every day and then ultimately get sent home. And it's like, well, we need you. We need you for longer than you're going to be here because you're sick. And, we need you to be healthy and so on. That is hard to, I'm not comparing myself to a quarterback, but, I worked 12 years for one company. I didn't take one sick day. Not because I wasn't sick. I just, I'm going to do it. I'm going to find a way. Right? But that could have hurt people.
Thank you for your service.
I know, yeah, a lot of people. Yeah, you're welcome. Thank you. Yeah.
What a waste.
I think it's also important to emphasize.
How does that work then? Do you bank your sick days and then because Jesse's actually running on a deficit and he's wondering if he could trade to get some of your sick days.
Buy some of your sick days.
Jesse actually used my sick days from another company. Is what he did.
You're welcome. Can't let those go to waste.
Jesse, this is a serious question, Jesse. I'm being dead serious. If Ashton and Brian and Ben and Scouts and all the people that are in charge, they said to you, listen, you get paid the same and you don't have to work for the next year, would you do it?
Oh, boy, this is tricky. Tricky question.
How's that different than his current schedule?
Jason Wilde up the top rope.
Wow. I would continue to work. I love what we do. I would continue
There you
to
go.
work.
That's the right answer, Jesse. I don't know if I believe you, but it's the right answer.
May, June, July, pick some spots.
No, that's not the option. That's not the option. Either you have to work every day for the next year, paid the same, or work no days for the next year, paid the same.
Do I get my job back if I take the year off?
Yes, but everybody will judge you.
Oh, that's not going to stop it.
Like that's different than any other day. Hey, you know what? I might take the year after it's all said and done.
Yeah.
Very excited for new Wilde and Tausch producer Hunter Vaughn starting January 1st. Talking with Evan Cohen of Unsportsmanlike to underscore.
Evco, Oh, my bad, Jason. Don't you be rolling your eyes at me. Just remind. So, Evco or Jason. Jason, go ahead.
Wait a minute. That was Jason putting the ball on the tee. He's the next batter, and I was just moving the batter out of the way to the next at bat.
I put the ball down, and Young Hoo Koo missed the football and kicked the turf.
That's
what that was.
Young Wei Koo.
Yeah.
Heard it both ways.
Jason, go ahead. Just remind me Jared Goff. I want to end it with Evan on Jared Goff. Go ahead, Jason.
Thank you, Tausch. I just wanted to make a
Thanks
very
for coming
brief,
back.
very brief point.
Thought you were taking that year thing off with Jesse.
The concussion that Tausch is talking about against the Lions. Don't forget, the Packers lose their next game, even though Matt Flynn plays really well at New England. And the only reason that loss doesn't eliminate them from playoff contention is because Deshaun Jackson had a touchdown on a punt return for the Eagles that kept the Packers alive. Otherwise, not only is that concussion that you're talking about, that Matt LaFleur or that Mike McCarthy says we need you, vital to their chances, they don't make the playoffs because of it. Mm-hmm. And then you don't win a Super Bowl. All because of that concussion.
Was the Matt Flynn Patriots game the one where the offensive lineman for the Pats had the huge run back on the kick return?
Yes.
Same game?
Yes. Dan Conley.
Yes.
One of the great big man feats I've ever seen on an NFL field. It was unbelievable.
Now,
I was thinking about Jared Goff, Tausch. You got anything on him?
No, I do have it, but Jason, I want you to finish up because
that's all
you're
I wanted
good.
to get in.
That was
all I wanted to get in. All
right, good stuff. Jason, that was really good by you.
Thanks.
So, Evan, would the Chicago Bears and Ben Johnson be content? Caleb Williams, you just heard Ben Johnson say they're winning in spite of their passing game. He's completing 58.7?
Correct.
58.7% of his passes, which, correct me if I'm wrong, is close to what you completed as a high school senior at your high school. Would Bears fans and Ben Johnson feel good if they were able to go Sean McVay, Jared Goff, Rams era with Caleb Williams? Would they feel good about that?
You know, I never actually thought about what my completion percentage was now that I think about it. I got to look
Probably
into
good.
Yeah, get back to us on that.
No. I think they should shoot higher than that. I think they could be that good. I ripped, Canty and I discussed this a lot, like how when all the Ben Johnson hype as an assistant coach was happening, I would say on the air, like, can we pipe down with this? If we were making him out to be a combination of Walsh, Lombardi, and Belichick for an insane amount of money when the guy's never coached a game, like, can we relax? And boy, was I wrong. He is that good. And they have something cooking right now that I would be very worried about if I'm a Packers fan, because you're in your window where you should be dominating, and I'm not saying you're not going to. What I'm saying is I think you got a toe-to-toe rival, and no, if I'm the Bears, getting to 1 and losing it is not good enough right now.
You're telling me that if they would get Caleb Williams to play at Jared Goff's level with the Rams, which was high completion percentage, pretty doggone good offense, and they got to a Super Bowl, you're not happy?
Nope.
As a Bears fan?
Not as we're sitting in the moment right now, no. Because they're 9-3 in a year that 9-8 would have been a home run. So, no, my expectations have changed. I said 2 games ago when they had 7 wins, I said 2 more and you're good for the rest of the season. Now, the expectations have changed. They're really good. They were very smart in building inside outs. They have good receivers. I love the idea of drafting a first-round tight end to pair with another tight end. It's what I would do. I would only draft offensive linemen and I would start with a great tight end or 2 before I even worry about wide receivers. Like, they've just done things the right way here, and I think they have high hopes. And if I'm the Packers right now, I better take advantage of right now, because I think this team's only going to get better and better and better.
Well, you don't think the Packers are going to get better and better and better?
I I don't know, because the Packers being so young means that they have so many guys that are going to want big contracts, and they're going to have to replenish. And do we know that the replenishments are going to be as good as the current guys that are not on big contracts? So you would know that better than I would.
Doesn't the same thing? Can't you say the same thing for the Bears?
Not really, because Caleb doesn't have his contract yet, and they don't pay a defender like a quarterback.
Good point, Evan. Really good point. Good appearance today. Thought you were really sharp.
I took the entire last year off to get to this point.
What is
fresh and relaxed?
Evan, anything else that you have on your mind? Because otherwise we're going to end actually on time for once. So we can't.
Let me ask this, Evan. Yeah, let me ask this. Jesse, anything from the Barry Alvarez show last night that you hit a home run with Tar? Anything that Evan would find super interesting from the Barry Alvarez show that you did a great job hosting last night?
Good question.
Yeah, I'll have something ready. Actually, our email is not working here on our computer where I could play the audio clips from. However,
okay, good stuff.
Evan, do you believe Wisconsin can turn this thing around right away next year? Because Coach Alvarez believes they can.
Well, what's he going to say?
They certainly took steps at the end of the year. I'd like them to do what I've suggested them to do, which is all NIL money to offensive linemen. Make it an attractive destination for skill position guys who may get passed over elsewhere, or who may even get a buck higher somewhere else to say, you know what, I have a better chance of performing at a higher level for more years and getting hurt less behind that enormous offensive line than I would go into this school or that school, whatever it may be. That I'm going to. Can they turn it around right away? Yeah. Go get offensive linemen. I don't know if they're actually doing that. You would know better than I would.
Well, as a matter of fact, Barry Alvarez did talk about that last night on the Barry Alvarez show. Would you like to hear what he said about the offensive line, guys?
No, not really.
Why don't you tell me the name of the movie?
I'm not the smartest guy in the world, but I do know you have to score some points to win some games if you want to win some games. For Wisconsin not to be able to run the football, I go right back to the offensive line. You can recruit offensive linemen that are as good as anyone in the country right there in the state of Wisconsin. If you put an emphasis on the linemen in our state and you get 90% of them over a 4 or 5 year period, you're going to be stocked with good linemen. If you have a good offensive line, you have a chance to win whoever you play against because you can hang on to the ball. You can shorten the game. That was our formula for success there. And it starts with Wisconsin kids. That's the one thing that we can, we felt that we could do. We don't have a lot of skilled players. You're going to get a few players from the state are really, really talented that are skilled players. But for the most part, you're going to get 5 to 8 really good linemen every year. And if you keep 90% of those guys at home, you have a chance to win.
No lies detected there.
Two of the great football minds in the state of Wisconsin, me and Barry Alvarez.
You're in New York.
I thought you were going to say Jesse. I thought you were going to say Jesse Nelson for asking the
neither of them are currently in the state of Wisconsin.
That's actually a good point.
Well done,
Jesse. Jesse, you know what? You may want to work the next year. That was good.
Oh, real good.
Do you need to spend all of your NIL budget just on offensive linemen, or do you think offensive linemen, while compensated properly, if you just do that, that'll be enough?
Now, what Evan's point is, and correct me if I'm wrong, Evan, I will speak for you. You want to you want to zig while everybody's zagging. And if it is, I will overpay for good offensive linemen to make sure that we're stocked there. And that will then springboard us to we can be that school where you're also going to be a pro. Because there was a time you played at Wisconsin, you didn't even have to play. You were going to get looks into the NFL. That was part of the deal.
I know a guy like that.
Yeah.
So I think is Evko's point. Now, when he starts getting into you start getting into the Don Morton run the veer option and do something totally different, I am out on that action. And I was crystal clear about that.
I'll do it by name, okay? So let's do it this way. What I'm saying is, yes, let's make sure Mark Tauscher and Joe Thomas stay at home. Okay? Check. But then let's make sure that Mark Tauscher and Joe Thomas make it to the NFL and the rest of their line makes it to the NFL and that they're getting good salaries in college where, just as an example, Chargers big-time lineman who went to Notre Dame, second-generation player, Joe Alt, is like, wait a minute. You know, I was thinking about going to Notre Dame, but, like, they're going to pay me more, and I'm guaranteed to be a top-round pick because that's the O-line school. Let me just go there. That's what I'm saying. The out-of-state guys.
Love it.
It's literally, remember in Social Network where they talk about, you know, Facebook, and they're like, all right, we need to get Texas, but in order to get Texas, we got to make Texas Tech and A&M and all the other schools around Austin so cool that Austin just like, oh, well, we want that too. We can't start there. That's what I'm saying. Basically, I'm Mark Zuckerberg in this case.
Get rid of the.
Yeah.
Go boo in a bar.
Evan, good luck with juggling the.
We didn't even mention EFCO.
Wait a minute. I got food in a bar. And
I was just going to say, somehow he's in the State Journal for being booed in a bar for ordering a salad at a brat joint. He literally was booed, and it was one of. Jason, it was, you know, how in the State Journal they have 4 stories you can click on the top? I know you're not a State Journal guy anymore, but it's click, 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 click. Evan Cohen being booed in a bar was one of the top 4 stories in Madison last weekend.
I did. I saw it. Yes, I read it too.
Is that not? I can't believe we didn't start with that. Well, let's talk about that.
That's a bad job by you. That's a bad job by you.
Go boo in a bar.
Well, you did come in hot about the snow day situation.
I came in hot about the cold, Jason.
Indeed, yes. So this is great because we've now managed to go from on time to late. So might as well really go late. Tell us your salad story at State Street Brats, which I'm sure serves ice cream.
Okay, so on Saturday when I was in Madison for the Illinois game, won by Wisconsin, no big deal. Michelle Smallman and I were walking around State Street. She had never been to State Street. I walked her, we walked around everywhere. And she said, let's go. We decided to go there for lunch. So I'm trying to eat right? How she saw me the night before. I did a little chicken lettuce wrap kind of thing. Not the worst in the world, right? Not the best, but not the worst. So I said, all right, let me try to eat right here. So I ordered a grilled chicken sandwich with a side salad. Not the best, not the worst. At that time of day, it's one of those things where you have the the stands with the number on them, where the waiter or waitress walks around, because it's not like waiter or waitress service. You order at the counter and they bring it to you. So Michelle was number 119, and I am number 1. So we order separately, because we had to expense it properly. So she orders, she gets her food. Now she ordered a brat, a beer, and cheese curds. They bring 119. I'm sitting there and I'm waiting, and it's not coming out. I'm like, what's happening here? All of a sudden, on the loudspeaker, which I didn't even know they had, order number 120, we are unable to locate you. Order number 120. I'm like, oh my God. So I get up. Everybody's staring at me like, oh, you're 120. Where are you? Whatever. Waiter comes over. We finally find each other. Guy hands me the food. They see, because I'm 120, grilled chicken and a salad, and they started booing me that I didn't order like a regular brat kind of meal. So when Coach Alvarez says to Jesse and Tarek and Derek, go boo in a bar, I literally got booed in a bar. Then somehow, because I got recognized by people there. They were starting to take pictures and stuff. No big deal. And so then it gets picked up by the Wisconsin State Journal that I'm the loser that ordered the salad at a sports bar because they probably had never made that before. I could not believe all of a sudden Jim Rutledge, Jim, Matt, and Molly. Thank you, by the way, to Wilde and Tausch, Jim, Matt, and Molly, for having us on. KBN, still waiting for the invite when we came to Madison. Anyway, Jim forwards me the story, says, you got to see this. I texted to Tausch, Tausch is like, this is not only a story, they put this on the front page of everything. I couldn't believe it.
Pretty
Any
crazy.
follow-ups? Go ahead.
Go boo in a bar.
That's what I was waiting for. I'd like to go back to the part where you said you were recognized, no big deal.
Right.
Did you feel like people recognized you as Matt LePay's protege because of your reputation in Madison, or because of your wildly popular national radio show?
Yeah, interesting. Probably not the LePay part, although that would be an honor for somebody to recognize me that way. But you'd be surprised. I know you're rooting against it, Jason, but we got stopped a bunch. And somehow I got stopped before Michelle did. We were keeping track because we're losers. I won 5-0. People stopped me 5 times before they stopped her. How about that?
That is definitely something to brag about.
Tausch never got stopped. You almost feel like Tausch's fame is dwindling a little bit in Madison. Would you agree? That's what you texted me to talk about, right, Jason?
Oh, wow.
Interesting. I'm all right with that.
Evan, we will talk to you next week. We will not have the Killers music playing when we do.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
New era.
Yeah, you're right.
Take care. Be good.
All right. Bye.
That is Evan Cohen of Unsportsmanlike, who was recognized 5 times during his visit to Madison. Jesse, I say this...
Here for 4 days. I mean, that's like 1 a day. You know what I mean? I don't know what he's glazing himself about it. It's like, well,
self-glazing.
4 of the people were at the Everlight Solar Studios that recognized him.
Nice.
So.
I step out onto this creaky limb carefully. It is time for another Iron Jock giveaway.
Oh, boy.
I personally really enjoy opening up the possibilities to later callers. I think Riley Yauk, who drew Evan Cohen's praise for his post
Is Riley
game.
in studio today, Jesse? Is he around?
Is he available?
He has the year off.
Okay.
Okay. So Jesse complained to management about his incredibly difficult workload of 126 callers yesterday.
I did not.
Yes.
Management got involved.
I complained to you guys.
So, in an effort to stay on the right side of HR, Tausch, tell us about Iron Jock and then select a caller that is earlier than 126, please.
I will do that, and I've worn just about every type of workout gear there is, and nothing compares to Iron Jock. Performance apparel built to fight sweat, odor, bacteria, keeping you feeling fresh no matter how hard you push. And now Iron Jock is introducing 4 new lightweight hoodies. These hoodies are world-class with cooling, wicking, and 4-way stretch. Go to ironjock.com to get your hoodie today. That's ironjock.com. Get that today. And right now is your chance to win your own hoodie from Iron Jock. Give a call at 844-770-3776, 844-770-3776. So I've taken into account that Jesse has been tired. We've been working him hard.
Uh-huh.
So we're not going to go triple digits today. We're not going to do that. Caller 99. Caller number 99 will win the new Iron Jock lightweight hoodie. Again, caller 99. 844-770-3776 to win that new lightweight Iron Jock hoodie.
Caller 99 right now, 844-770-3776. More Wilde and Tausch straight ahead. Stick around.
This is Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, and sponsored by American Family Insurance. All day, every day. The Carbless talk and text line is open for you.
First off, there is not one team that's on the fringe that scares me.
800-990-3776. The Carbless talk and text line. This is more. Stay up to date on the green and gold all season. The Green and Gold Fix podcast is brought to you by Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Luxury stay, elite play, unwind in sophisticated comfort. Win big, dine, and experience the events in Milwaukee.
Kyle Brust-Norman's Ben Brust here for Grimal & Associates Insurance. They do what anyone with a growing family, like myself, does. Protect what matters most. Grimal & Associates specializes in coverage that's tailored exactly to you. Clients aren't just policies. They're part of their community. Personalized American Family Insurance back service, expert guidance, and genuine commitment. Grimal & Associates focuses on building trusted relationships and providing peace of mind. The same values they've had for over 30 years in the Milwaukee area. Connect with Grimal & Associates at teamgrimal.com.
Crisp air, cozy sweaters, and a home that's actually ready for fall. Exterior Pros and Baths is giving $3,000 off roofing, siding, windows, or bath remodels this month. Don't let your home be the only thing falling apart this season. Visit extpros.com or call 262-800-4274. That's extpros.com or call 262-800-4274. Exterior Pros and Baths, because your house deserves a little sweater weather too.
Hi, I'm Brittany Miller from Big Frog Custom T-Shirts and more. Custom T-shirts, sweatshirts, jackets, hats, you name it, we can do it. Big Frog Custom T-Shirts and more is family owned and all about celebrating life's big moments. Maybe it's a milestone birthday, a celebration for your child's first goal, or that work fundraising event. We are everyone's printer. No minimum orders, affordable designs, and help straight from me and our team. We're the one-stop shop for all your custom needs. Start your project today at bigfrog.com/Mequon.
This holiday season, celebrate where Milwaukee comes together. 3rd Street Market Hall. Whether you're planning a private party, a semi-private gathering, or a festive social night out, we've got the space, the flavor, and the fun to make it unforgettable. With incredible local food vendors, craft cocktails, and built-in entertainment like shuffleboard, games, and more, your group will have a holiday party they'll talk about all year long. Visit 3rdstreetmarkethall.com for more information on booking your event.
UW Credit Union presents the Student Athlete of the Week, supporting local student athletes as they grow on the field, in the classroom, and in the community. UW Credit Union is here for every you. Learn more at uwcu.org.
With your UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week, I'm Will Summers. This week's UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week is Winneconne Wolves quarterback and 3-star Iowa commit Brody Schaefer. Schaefer was nothing short of heroic in the Division V state championship, powering Winneconne to a 28-22 comeback win over Little Chute, capping a perfect 14-0 season. Down 9 late, Schaefer ignited the rally with an interception early in the fourth quarter, then led the Wolves on back-to-back scoring drives. He finished the night completing 11 of 16 passes for 149 yards and 2 touchdowns, while rushing for 123 yards and another score. Brody's play fueled a balanced Wolves offense and set up the game winner, an 8-yard touchdown run by Mason Matthew with just a minute and 20 seconds left. Winneconne claimed just the 2nd state title in school history. Congratulations to Brody Schaefer, your UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week.
Big ideas deserve a big story and the right audience. At Saturn Lounge, we bring your marketing to life with branding, websites, digital marketing, and video storytelling that stands out from the crowd. Whether it's a TV spot, a campaign, or content built to connect, Saturn Lounge is where strategy meets creativity. From the first spark of an idea to the final cut, we're here to make your message shine across every platform. Ready to make your marketing a success? Step into the spotlight with Saturn Lounge, your launch pad for bigger, better marketing. To tell the world your story, visit SaturnLounge.com today.
You're listening to Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella at 855-PELLA-WI or visit online at PellaWI.com/radio.
Congratulations to Lucas in Partyville. Not to be confused, I don't think, unless he's got a different residence than I thought he did, with Lucas Van Ness, who we need to talk to.
Not good news with him.
Yeah, we'll discuss that coming up a little bit later. I want to make sure that we're getting to our friend Matt Bowen, who is scheduled to appear at 10:30. But congratulations to Lucas. He wins the Iron Jock prize pack from our great partners at Iron Jock. Love the 4-way stretch. It's hard to beat. It's also hard to, well, actually, right now, It's apparently kind of easy to beat the Bucs. Things are not going great for the Bucs.
Oof.
But that doesn't mean you shouldn't tune in to the new season of Behind the Bucs on the Bucs Plus Audio Network, presented by Gallagher, your trusted insurance broker and HR and benefits consultant. Locked In, narrated by Bucs legend Marcus Johnson, takes you inside the team's pursuit of a championship. Here from the Bucs stars on how the competition is building chemistry and fueling another run at the moment just to get to 500. Find Behind the Bucs on Bucs.com/plus, the Bucs app, the new ESPN Wisconsin app, and wherever you get the podcasts.
The Wizards are 3-16, and they blew a 16-point lead last night.
Not great, Bob. Behind the Bucs, presented
nervous
by Gallagher.
I'm nervous Shams is going to be putting a report out again pretty soon. His 88th report on Giannis.
Advocacy journalism. We need to get to the 10 o'clock hour. We will do so in 2 minutes, so stick around.
Don't go anywhere. Another hour of Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, is coming up next on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
At every meeting, at every new beginning, at every celebration, we make better happen. At Cousin Subs, better is more than just a word. It's a promise we serve at every party. Our customizable party boxes, box lunches, party chips, and dozen cookie boxes offer the options you need to please any crowd. Whatever the occasion, we will never settle for being just good enough. Order on our mobile app or online at cousinsubs.com. Cousin Subs, we believe in better.
Tito's Handmade Vodka is America's favorite vodka for a reason. From the first legal distillery in Texas, Tito's is 6 times distilled till it's just right, and naturally gluten-free, making it a high-quality spirit that mixes with just about anything, from the smoothest martinis to the best Bloody Marys. Tito's is known for giving back, teaming up with nonprofits to serve its communities and do good for dogs. Make your next cocktail with Tito's. Distilled and bottled by 5th Generation Inc., Austin, Texas. 40% alcohol by volume. Savor responsibly.
St. Nick meets St. Kate. The holidays are in full swing at St. Kate the Arts Hotel, where every celebration shines a little brighter. Browse unique gifts at the holiday marketplace, gather for unforgettable Christmas Eve and Christmas Day dining, and of course, don't miss Brunch with Santa, a family favorite filled with joy, treats, and holiday magic. Celebrate the season at St. Kate the Arts Hotel. Visit stkatearts.com/holidays for all the details.
This season, give gifts that are always a win. Island Resort and Casino gift cards, gaming and dining, poolside fun and overnight stays. Gift cards unlock endless island adventures, like championship golf rounds on Sweetgrass and Sage Run, a blissful escape to the Drift Spa, and an unforgettable evening in the Island Showroom. To buy Island Resort and Casino gift cards, stop by the Island Club or call 877-ISL-SHOW now.
Hey, this is Gabe Neitzel. You're listening to 94.5 ESPN, WKTI and WKTI HD, Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station.
The 10 o'clock hour of Wilde and Tausch begins now. Got our friend Matt Bowen from ESPN, former Tausch teammate, former Iowa Hawkeye, who was on the field for Ron Dayne, breaking the rushing record against them. Tausch, I keep hearing Jesse reference Matt LaFleur's lame answer to the rivalry. Jesse, what's your issue with Matt lame in his answer?
I mean, it's Packers-Bears. It's the most historic and arguably most iconic rivalry in the National Football League. It's what they led the 100th season with, defying the rules of the Super Bowl champion hosting the opening Thursday night game because they wanted to showcase that specific rivalry. It means a lot. Why does our head coach have to be up there going, it's the same as any game. That's kind of cool. I don't really care about stuff like that. Play into it. Have some fun. This is a huge game this weekend. You got them twice in a couple of weeks here, and it's playing for the NFC North title, for the potential number 1 seed in the playoffs, for sure for playoff positioning, if nothing else. we can acknowledge that it's a big deal when these two teams are playing this year because they both had great seasons. You're not lying to anybody, and it seems more ridiculous to try and avoid that than to just address it head on.
Do you want them to take I don't even know how I would describe the shot that Ben Johnson took at him in his introductory press conference, other than poorly delivered.
Yeah,
awkward.
That's silly. Yeah.
Like, what do you want? Like, I don't know. Like, who? Help me out here. What exactly do you want Matt LaFleur to say?
Yeah,
because you clearly didn't like what he said.
Ask me the question.
Well, it was lame,
Jason.
he said.
I'm Matt LaFleur.
From the cheap seats.
Ask me the question at the presser.
Hey, Matt, obviously this has been a pretty one-sided rivalry.
Your eyebrows don't look as good as they used to. That's how you'd open, Jason.
No.
You're such
Matt,
a
this rivalry was pretty one-sided for a long time, and now you guys are battling going into Sunday for the number 1 seed in the NFC. Does that make this rivalry better because you two are both good at the same time?
Yeah, I don't know if I'd say that it makes it better. It's obviously the best rivalry in the National Football League, and but having both teams competing for the top spot in the division and the conference.
Sounds like a pretty lame answer so far, doesn't it, Tausch?
There's definitely some extra.
Yeah, I'm bored already. I'm taking a nap.
There's definitely some extra juice heading into this game, and I know our guys are excited for it. Our fans are certainly excited for it, and we're ready to get out there on Sunday.
That was not a significant upgrade.
What are you doing? That was boring.
Compared to what he said.
I don't even know what. If we're gonna do role play here, you better bring something. So don't criticize from the cheap seats, and then get the opportunity to role play, and then you do something lamer than he did.
Well, then you do it then.
Well, it's a good rivalry. I think it'll be a fun battle between the Green and Gold and the Chicago Bears. What a great history we have here. Boo. I'd be booing you in the studio if I was in there. Go boo in a press conference.
Go boo in a bar.
That's what you came up with?
That was lame. Lame.
It's still better than what he said, and it acknowledges that there's extra to the.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm trying to get both of those thoughts out of my head because I should use that tonight when I'm trying to go night-night. Oh, what did Jesse say again? I'm gonna hit that pod at what time? 10:20. I'm gonna hit the 10:20 pod, and I'll be asleep before I know it. Thank you, Jesse, for your service because that was brutal.
Tausch, tell us about Tito's and get us out of this conversation.
I don't even know if I can. I'm so enthralled by that enthusiastic answer, but I always have time for Tito's. And whether it's the morning, you want to have a little Bloody Mary. If it's the afternoon, you want to mix it with whatever you like. Or fall, a little cranberry in the evening. Just make sure it's Tito's. It's always Tito's in my glass. And, not only do they make great drinks, they also give back in a big way, partnering with nonprofits and doing real good in the communities across the country, especially for our four-legged friends. So the next time you're raising a glass, make sure it's Tito's handmade vodka, crafted to be savored responsibly.
More Wilde and Tausch straight ahead. Stick around.
Wilde and Tausch is presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella at 855-PELLA-WI or visit online at PellaWI.com/radio. The best source for every piece of NFL news you need to know.
I would just say that right now I think all options are on the table. I think that they went through that trade thing and they talked to teams, and it's not like those talks are shut down.
ESPN NFL insider Adam Schefter is on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy every Wednesday morning at 7:30. Sponsored by Island Resort and Casino, Tony Wendorf and Associates, and Smart 18 Union on 94.5 ESPN, ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Without an Advent clinic nearby, people suffering needlessly from chronic nasal congestion and sinus infections would be stuck with either Band-Aid or Sledgehammer solutions. Band-Aids are pills or nasal sprays, and they're not true solutions. Surgery is a sledgehammer, and that's what we're trying to avoid. Because most people don't need surgery for nose and sinus issues, nor do they want a 14-day recovery. Our unique Advent approach can, in 20 minutes in our office, open your blocked nose for good, with only 1 day recovery. I'm Advent founder Dr. Kandula. Outside of Advent's four walls, invasive surgery is what they'll recommend. But here you will find effective and convenient in-office solutions to help you stop the need for Band-Aids and avoid the sledgehammer.
Go to adventknows.com to schedule your appointment, because Advent knows when you breathe well, you live better. Most insurance accepted.
It's ESPN Wisconsin's Gabe Neitzel for Events by Design. Events like appreciation parties and retreats can go a long way towards boosting morale and retaining top talent. Events by Design is your go-to creative partner for employee events that truly make an impact. They help leaders retain top talent by making their people feel seen, valued, and celebrated. The creative team at Events by Design does all the planning and production, making sure things not only look great, but also work. Make a smart investment in your culture today. Search online, Events by Design. They design, you party.
This is Eric Brown, owner of Siding Unlimited, letting you know that Siding Unlimited installs Pella windows and doors. That's right, Siding Unlimited installs windows, and we do it really well, earning the prestigious Pella Platinum Premier National Certified Contractor of the Year award 5 times. New windows, our expert team will deliver on a smooth, hassle-free installation, making you feel proud of calling Siding Unlimited for your window project. What's the next step? Call 262-567-4513 or go to sidingunlimited.com.
ESPN Wisconsin's Mark Toscher here for the Pickler Menominee Falls, and it is now open, your home for pickleball. 9 premium indoor courts with unlimited play, leagues, tournaments, and clinics, all included in your membership. And right now, if you're not ready to commit to a full membership, you can try it all with their special trial offer, 15 days for just $30. That's 2 full weeks of unlimited play, leagues, and clinics for only $30. Check it out today at thepickler.com, and we'll see you on the court.
Brighten up your home, workplace, or event with flowers and trust Welke's Milwaukee Florist to be your local florist. Welke's is family-owned and has delivered beauty for customers and businesses for well over 100 years. Join Welke's Flower subscription so your home is always fresh, or discover the benefits of creating a corporate account and leave the work to them. Welke's Milwaukee Florist has locations in Elm Grove and at 56th and North in Milwaukee. Go to welkes.com, that's WELKES.com for more info and to place an order.
A blizzard of $300,000 in prizes is rolling into Potawatomi Casino Hotel Milwaukee. It's Arctic action. 1 in, Step 1, earn entries with your rewards card December 1st through the 18th. Step 2, show up for Thursday drawings. Step 3, be ready for a chance to pick from a weekly prize board. As a bonus, there'll be a jackpot drawing for the leftover prizes. Arctic action, only at Potawatomi. More info online. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
You're listening to Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin and sponsored by American Family Insurance.
We'll talk to Matt Bowen coming up. But before that, Tausch, you know that I've been a staunch supporter of this. I love that you and Sarah do this all the time. We've talked before about the AmFam Children's Hospital with UW Health. You never want to take advantage of its existence, right? You never want to actually need it. But to know that it's there in Madison is such a comfort, and it has been obviously a passion for you and Sarah to support it. It's Giving Tuesdays. Today feels like a good day to remind everyone how they can support it.
Indeed it is, Jason and Sarah. We were talking this morning. It is Giving Tuesday, and I know there's a lot of great causes out there. We're not trying to raise all $50,000 today. That is the number we want to get to by the end of the year, but Sarah and I, we said, you know what, if we can get people today to get up to $5,000, we will match that to get it to 10. So we're trying to get 5 today. We're matching it. So we're hoping today to raise $10,000. We're trying to get all the way to 50, and we are teaming up with American Family Insurance through a virtual toy drive benefiting the American Family Children's Hospital. All donations will go towards therapeutic supplies and toys That will help thousands of children and families across the country. And again, American Family Insurance matches every dollar all the way up to $50,000 through the end of the year. And for today, on Giving Tuesday, we got $5K. We're trying to get everybody to help. We get it to 10. That keeps chipping away on our quest to get to that $50,000, which AmFam will match, and will then go $100,000 to the American Family Children's Hospital. So any support you can help, we appreciate it.
Matt Bowen of ESPN joins us next. It's Wildy and Tausch.
This is
Wildy and Tausch continues next on 94.5 ESPN, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, and sponsored by American Family Insurance.
Oh, my back.
Santa?
Oh, Gina Della from Pella. You've been a good girl this year.
Is that why you're in here building new windows?
Santa's doing OT.
Let me make a call.
Frighteningly fast Pella team at your service. Let us take it from here, Mr. Claus. And Gina, next time.
I know. Ask for a Pella gift card. Right now, at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, get 0% interest for 24 months. Visit PellaWI.com.
Certain restrictions apply. It's 12/31/2025.
We love the Packers. We bleed green and gold. And every time our team takes the field, well, it's pure football bliss. If only there was a way to experience that blissful winning feeling every day. At Associated Bank, we've got you. With 10% off Lambeau concessions and 15% off Pro Shop merch. All when you get Packers checking from Associated Bank. It's how Packers fans keep winning on game day and every day. Associated Bank. Bank of the Packers. Learn more at associatedbank.com/Packers. Member FDIC.
Mark Tauscher here for Iron Jock. As a former athlete, I've worn just about every type of workout gear there is, and nothing compares to Iron Jock. Their performance apparel is built to fight sweat, odor, and bacteria, keeping you feeling fresh no matter how hard you push. From the gym to the pickleball court, Iron Jock keeps you dry, comfortable, and confident. Right now, you can get 35% off your Iron Jock gear. Use code HOLIDAY35. That's HOLIDAY35 for 35% off your order. Shop now at ironjock.com.
Tito's Handmade Vodka is America's favorite vodka for a reason. From the first legal distillery in Texas, Tito's is 6 times distilled till it's just right, and naturally gluten-free, making it a high-quality spirit that mixes with just about anything, from the smoothest martinis to the best Bloody Marys. Tito's is known for giving back, teaming up with nonprofits to serve its communities and do good for dogs. Make your next cocktail with Tito's. Distilled and bottled by 5th Generation Inc., Austin, Texas. 40% alcohol by volume. Savor responsibly.
Hey, it's your friend John McGivern. In a world full of chaos, I'm grateful for a health plan that has my back. Network Health is so reliable and trustworthy, they always put me and over 126,000 members first. It's just what they do and what they've always done for over 41 years. Call 833-7-NETWORK today. HMO and POS plans underwritten by Network Health Plan. Compensation has been provided for using this endorsement of Network Health.
Rain-X wipers are the #1 wiper blades in America. That means all kinds of drivers choose Rain-X. Big drivers in small cars choose Rain-X. Small drivers in big cars choose Rain-X. Drivers with long hair and short commutes choose Rain-X. Drivers with short hair and long commutes choose Rain-X. Drivers with pets on board, babies on board, and bored babies on board choose Rain-X. Basically, drivers who love a clear view of the road all choose Rain-X wipers, the #1 wiper blades in America.
Staples presents an easy holiday.
My holiday list was a mile long.
Fa la 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 boo hoo hoo.
Staples made it easy with big savings on tech gifts.
I'm listening.
And I saved big on custom holiday cards, too. Plus, Staples has UPS shipping in store.
Holy flying reindeer. Shop Staples today for 60% off custom cards, invites, wrapping paper, labels, stamps, and photo gifts.
That was easy.
In store and online expires 12/20. Exclusions apply. Visit staples.com/print for details.
Hey, it's Jason Wilde, and I have the perfect gift idea for you. A custom holiday gift box filled with all your Kringle favorites from Racine Danish Kringles. Or you could also try the new Holiday Stick Sampler Pack featuring Winter Wonderland, Mary Berry, Gingerbread, and Santa's Cinnaberry. It's stick size and a great way to try all the favorite flavors of the season. So go to Kringle.com to order or call them at 800-4-DANISH. Racine Danish Kringles. It's not just a treat, it's a tradition.
This is Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Sponsored by American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Wilde and Tausch back with you. Tom Brady, Jamal Lewis, Plaxico Burress, Ron Dane, and Mark Tauscher and Matt Bowen. All members of the 2000 NFL draft class. And Tom Brady does not join us now, but Matt Bowen does. Matt, good morning. How are you, buddy?
I'm doing great. Didn't get Brady on today.
We couldn't. We've had Chris McIntosh on. He's a member of that class.
That's true.
Too.
Yes, he is. Great player.
Matt, you know how much we love you, and thank you for making time for us. I know we've been trying to get you on for a while for your insights into the NFL, but we have to start. And I know this went quasi-viral, but it was so good. You obviously not only are a former NFL player and an ESPN analyst and a husband and a dad, you also coach high school football. And Tausch, immediately after seeing this on social media, texted me. We would like you to just say the same thing you said on some other station about high school football.
Even spruce it up a little more, Matt, so we go viral if you could.
That'd be great.
Right. So I've been coaching at IC Catholic for 11 years now. And I've been a part of some really good football teams there, 4 state title teams. And I was on the radio last week talking about the end of our season. We lost in the state quarterfinals. And my point of all that, guys, was to kind of break down why I coach and what the values of coaching are and what your end goals are, correct? So, you know, much different than Bears-Packers, right? Bears-Packers is the business of winning. We all understand that. Matt LaFleur goes to the playoffs, and they don't win a football game. It's not a successful season. We understand that. But at the high school level, it's different because instead of having one goal, which is a state championship, which is very hard to get, and that being your only goal, which I said was very hollow, your goal could be to buy time. And the way you buy time if you're a state playoff team is winning games, right? So you win a game, you win the first round, that buys you 7 more days to coach, 7 more days to work with the kids, 7 more days for a player like my son Grant, who's a sophomore, to work with seniors he absolutely looks up to more than anything right now. And that was the point of that discussion was we bought 3 more weeks this year during the state playoffs. It's 21 days. And those days are priceless for kids, especially seniors. And if you just play high school football and that's when the music stops, or it does for the majority of kids, getting those extra 21 days means everything to you. So you can never say your season's a failure if you don't win a state title. I just don't believe in that because I think it sets a bad precedent for kids. I think it sets a goal that is very hard to get. To win a state championship, the teams I was a part of, you need a lot of luck too. You need the ball to bounce your way. You need to be healthy. You need to, have some kids make some plays in critical game moments, which is hard to count on when you're looking at 15, 16, 17-year-old kids. So you need a lot of luck in those situations. So my whole point of that discussion was to say that you are playing this game and coaching this game to buy more time together as a football team. And I said, I have no problem saying no. I had a hard time with that as a former player because I didn't go to the Rose Bowl. Tausch did. I understand that. That was my goal going to Iowa. I wanted to play in Pasadena. It didn't happen. I wanted to win a Super Bowl championship. Didn't happen. I always go back to Tausch, that 2002 team we had that lost at home to Atlanta. I thought that was a Super Bowl football team. And we didn't play well enough against Atlanta and Michael Vick to make that happen. But I go back to those moments, and when I started coaching guys, I remember the man who hired me, I said to him right away, I have to win. That's exactly what I said. And I'm ashamed that I did say it. But that's where I was mentally with football at that point in my life. that I had to win. I just had to be a part of a winning team. It was something that really, really bothered me. It really hurt me immensely for years and years and years. And then when I started coaching, I said, you know what, this is, the winning is great, it's fun, but that's not what it's really about at that level. It's not the business of winning. And I've always said this about high school football. High school football, especially now what's going on in college, high school football is the last line of competitive innocence. Because if you do go play college football now, it is much different than when Tausch and I played, much different. And there's a lot of money involved. And it is exactly like Sundays now where it is the business of winning. So high school is still, to me, so different and so sacred. And as a coach, you should have a perspective on it to buy time, not to win titles.
Matt, how did you change the perspective? Because you went in there, and now you've been doing it for a long time, but the competitor and the career that you had, when did the switch flip for you to have the mentality you have now compared to when you walked in the door first as a coach?
Okay, great question, Tausch. My first season was 2015 coaching, and we had a really good football team and went to the state semifinals. And we lost to Bishop McNamara, who was extremely talented down in Kankakee. And it was at home in the snow. They put it on us. And I think it changed after that football game when I saw the seniors and saw how emotional they were and how much this meant to them to be a part of that program, to play just high school football in general, and to make it that far, because we weren't a team that was supposed to go that far in my first year. And to see what they did, how they accomplished that, and to play as a football team together and to win 4 state playoff games. So now you're buying 28 extra days. And I remember coming home from that game and talking to my wife saying, you know what, this was an awesome season. And we didn't win a state title. And I thought we overachieved that points. But, to be a part of that and to see the impact it had on the kids, I think that's when it really switched for me, is that I'm doing this because I want to pay it forward as a football coach and a former player, but also to see kids develop. And it's not just football in general. Everyone knows any football team, there are kids that are not stars. I've always said the greatest thing about high school sports, it doesn't be football, it can be soccer, girls, volleyball, whatever you want to talk about. It provides an outlet for kids at a very hard time in their life socially, because I think high school in general is awkward at times. And it provides an outlet. It provides a peer group that you don't normally have. It provides relationships that last forever that you wouldn't normally have unless you were a student athlete. And on top of that, and I'm big in academics, it forces you to be a better student. You have to manage your time when you got practice after school. You got to manage your time when you have lifting in the morning or workouts in the morning. And it forces you to study more, to manage your time, to be prepared for the next school day, but also be prepared for practice at the same time. It is one of the greatest teaching tools around. I've always said this too. My wife's a teacher. My mom was a teacher. My brother and sister-in-laws are teachers. Big with academics in our house. But there are so many things on the athletic field, the court, the ice, that are just simply not taught in the classroom. So I think you need that outlet. So Tausch, a roundabout way of saying it, but it really gave me a much wider scope of what high school sports is.
Now you know why.
Scope, I would think.
This is Matt. This is why we think the world of you. Let me ask you one other question on this because we got to get the Bears Packers and your insights on that. How do you manage the fine line, though? Right, because kids and certainly parents want to win.
Yes.
There are different perspectives. Like your team is full of kids that all have different, like they all want to win and they all want to enjoy playing with each other and as teammates, but some have college aspirations. Others are hyper competitive and maybe don't appreciate the other parts. So how do you as a coach kind of find that balance? Because I think we've all been parents and experienced youth sports and high school sports, and that is not an easy line to walk.
No, it's not. I think your tone has to be correct when you talk to parents. I can go back to, and I think this is a good example. I coached Grant for 3 years in Pop Warner football here. And my first speech to the parents at the beginning of the season was, I am not in this to win trophies. I'm not in this to win a state Pop Warner championship. And I'm definitely not in it to go down to the national tournament in Florida. That's not why I'm doing this. My job here is to develop your son or daughter to be ready for high school sports. That's what my job is. You're on the doorstep of high school sports. So my job as a coach at the youth level is to give you the skills, the development, the coaching that can put you in a better position to be ready to play high school sports. And that's the speech I always gave. It wasn't about winning, not in Pop Warner. I'm not trying to win a trophy in Pop Warner. I'll tell you that right now. And at the high school level, yes, Jason, everyone wants to win. I understand that. But you have to understand the way your tone when you talk to people is that this is how we run our program. Yes, we want to win. We're going to put your kid in a position to play successful football, but it's not really about that at the end of the day. Is we want to develop your kid to be a complete athlete and a complete student athlete. And when you do that, that does usually translate to winning, right? When you do the right things as a coach, when you, in terms of how you talk to kids, how you manage kids, how you manage their families, it usually does translate to winning if you're doing the right things. But just coming in, staying state championship or bust, it's just not going to fly with me. It's just not.
All right, well, we've got an opening at Ashwaubenon High School, so we'll talk about that off the air when we're done. In the meantime, it is about winning for Packers Bears. And
Sure
the person I need to ask you about, we've got Ben Johnson saying that they're winning in spite of their passing game, not because of it. You've got Caleb Williams completing 58.7% of his passes, and yet the Bears are still 9-3, and it does seem like Caleb Williams, with a different coach, has taken some steps forward. How do you view the Chicago Bears, especially offensively, and especially Caleb Williams?
Well, I think offensively right now, the foundation of their team is the running game. They are running the ball at an extremely high rate. I think what they did in the offseason is really showing in terms of the upgrades they made in the interior of the offensive front, what they did in free agency and trades to add to the interior of the offensive front. And if you go back and watch the tape this past Friday versus Philly, they were moving that Philadelphia defensive line off the football. Not many teams have done that to Philly up front. And what that does, that creates downhill running lanes. They have running backs that play with vision. They're decisive with the football. They're getting through to the second level. So I think that's where it starts. The foundation is the run game. But ultimately, the run game, I think it allows you to compete in football games. But in the NFL, if you want to win at Lambeau Field, you want to get in the playoffs to win, you're going to have to throw to win still. You're going to have to make plays in the passing game. And I agree, Jason, what you said. Caleb Williams has improved under Ben Johnson. There's no question about that, especially under center when he's put in a position where he plays with more rhythm and timing, especially in breaking routes. He can drive the football. Use the term high RPM thrower to the middle of the field. The issue for him right now is the location or the accuracy. I think he has some misses every week on the tape. Part of that is lower body mechanics. Part of that is arm angle. Part of that is really just development as a professional football player and working with a brand new coach. So the point of that is you've seen improvement with Ben Johnson. And I think, unfortunately, in our business, everyone expects immediate results. With a young quarterback who is still learning, still developing, and still fixing his overall throwing mechanics, it's going to take some time. The thing Caleb has done throughout the course of the season, especially since they've been winning football games, is he is very capable of making a big play late in football games. He did it last Friday in the touchdown throw to Kmet. You know, the off-platform plays, the second reaction throws. He is a natural playmaker. And I think from a perspective of the Green Bay Packers, that's something you really have to try to prepare for, especially on third downs inside the red zone, when he can make those plays outside of structure and put points on the board.
Matt, on the flip side, the defense for Chicago beat up at the linebacker spot. How do you see that group holding up against Green Bay's offense?
Well, that's going to be the question, Tosh. I think that's been the matchup for the Bears the last couple of weeks when they're down their starting linebackers. Can they win in first and second down situations? You know, does Matt LaFleur take advantage of that? Is it more run heavy with Josh Jacobs early in the football game? More play action heavy when you're dealing with, you know, your second team linebackers and their eye discipline? Are they stepping downhill too quickly? Is that opening intermediate windows for Jordan Love to create big plays? But the linebacker position is something that we both need to watch come this Sunday at Lambeau and how they play against Matt LaFleur's offense. But the Bears defense in general, I mean, I haven't seen a team like this take the ball away that consistently since Lovie Smith was here in Chicago. I mean, that is a major part of what they're doing. And it's hard to teach. It's hard to count on every week. But they really have a culture of taking the football away, and they're getting the most out of their players. Look at Kevin Byard. Kevin Byard's playing some of the best football he has in the last 5 years in the league. He's well into his 30s. His play speed has declined. But then you look at this year and you say, well, the play speed is faster. He's got more range over the top of the defense. Dennis Allen is putting him in position to make plays at multiple levels of the field. Nashawn Wright was a corner that was thrown into the mix because they had injuries. He's got 5 interceptions. So you have all these guys that are making plays, and I've said this going back to last offseason. You know, Ben Johnson hire took all the hype, and I understand it, but the Dennis Allen hire was critical for this football team. Critical because of what they do defensively. Remember the last couple of years of Matt Eberflus was very zone-heavy, very static. With Dennis Allen, they're going to throw a bunch at Jordan Love. And look, Jordan Love's played a lot of football. He will have opportunities to read it out post-snap, but they're going to make him work. That's the great thing about the top defense coordinator. It doesn't matter if you're playing against Jordan Love, Mahomes, Josh Allen. They're going to make you work. They're going to change the picture post-snap consistently. They're going to show pressure to drop out. They're going to bring late pressure. They're going to spin the safeties. And that's going to be the challenge also for Jordan Love this week, is to ID those changes after the snap.
So, Matt, correct me if I'm wrong. I think obviously optimism's high down in Chicago. They've been able to win a lot of close games. But I just get the sense that everybody is they're excited but hesitant to really open up until the Chicago Bears can come up to Lambeau and beat the Green Bay Packers. Is that a fair assessment, you being down there, or is it the Bears are back and it's ready to roll? Well, what is the psyche of a Bears fan down in Chicago right now?
I think it's exactly what you said initially, that they want to see more. Because some of these wins, and look, winning football games, Tausch can tell you, it's hard to win a game on Sunday. I don't care who you're playing. Those games are hard to win. But, I think ultimately Bears fans are looking at the next 3 weeks with 2 games against the Green Bay Packers. Then at the end of the season with the Detroit Lions. Can you win those football games? Can you get a split with Green Bay, first of all? Can you still play at a high energy level when you have Cleveland next week before you play Green Bay again? And can you beat Detroit late in the season at home? I think those are the games you're looking at right now because, yes, the Bears are 9-3, but you got 3 divisional games left. Plus, you have the San Francisco 49ers, too. So there's a lot to play out here. And I think some Bears fans, sure, want to plan the parade on LaSalle Street already, okay? We understand that. I think the majority of Bears fans are still waiting to see how they play starting this Sunday.
Is that the same street that Ferris Bueller has the parade on where he's singing Dunkashane? Or maybe that's...
No, the South Street's when they originally had the parade. I think so they had the White Sox parade in 2005.
Okay.
So, yeah, it's around there.
The St. Patrick's Day parade that Dr. Richard Kimball is in. All right, we're talking to our guy Matt Bowen on Wilde and Tausch. A couple things about the Packers, Matt, before we let you go. One, when it comes to, you mentioned Jordan Love. I'm fascinated. There's like this subset of Packers fans that just don't believe in him. There's another one that thinks that he's Patrick Mahomes already. Somewhere in the middle is where I fall, which he has made a ton of progress toward being a really, really good quarterback. And I think he's learned from some of his earlier season mistakes. How do you view Jordan Love from your seat?
I think he's still an elevating player. I think if you were putting a grade on him at the end, you would say the arrow is still pointing up, which means there's still development to happen, but there's no question he has the traits and tools to get there. I think if you watched the game last week, it showed you a lot. Some of the throws he made, those were absolute lasers. Standing tall in the pocket, moving in the pocket, playing with poise in the pocket, getting through his reads. So I look at a player there and say, no, he's not at the level of Patrick Mahomes. I think we all understand that. But it's someone who is developing and can play at an extremely high level. Sure, there's still room to grow there. But if you're a Green Bay Packer fan, I think you have to like what you have there, especially when you're pairing with Matt LaFleur. And I know there's been a lot of talk about Coach LaFleur. I don't understand it. I think he's one of the top play callers in the league. I still think the run game is the foundation of that offense. That's part of that coaching tree. But Matt LaFleur can coach. There's no question about that.
What about when you look on the defensive side of the ball and obviously what Micah Parsons has brought, but you were talking about making quarterbacks work. I think that's something that Jeff Hafley believes in, a lot of disguise stuff. How do you view, how good is this defense in your mind, and how special has Micah Parsons been through 12 games?
Well, I'll start with Parsons. Obviously the move of the year in the National Football League. I mean, he's up there with Myles Garrett. I still think Myles Garrett is the best player overall right now, but Micah Parsons is pretty close, just in terms of the impact of the difference-making ability they have. You know, part of the reasons you bring in Micah Parsons also is to be that fourth quarter closer for you, someone who's going to win the game for you. You know, when you have to get a stop late, he's the one, might not necessarily make the play, but he's going to force the play every time. Quickest, you know, the best closing speed in the NFL, a matchup issue all the time because of what he can do off the edge. And you can even drop him into coverage also. We've seen that before too. But Parsons is right now in the NFC North the ultimate decision maker. Now, I've always been a fan of the secondary. I love what they do in the secondary. McKinney's one of my favorite players to study just because of his versatility. He can roll down. He can play from depth. We know what he did last year in terms of the on-the-ball production. Nixon's made a lot of plays in the ball this year. He's been targeted a lot, but he's made a lot of plays in the ball as well. Buller's one of my favorites to study too. I remember watching this tape at Georgia, someone who could play in the slot for you, but also play at a safety position. So what we're really talking about here under Hafley is a lot of guys with versatility at the third level, and that makes you a better defense.
All right, Matt, we know you've got a lot of other things on your plate. You did mention Matt LaFleur, though. I wanted to ask you one follow-up on that because I think you and I are in agreement there. I don't understand portion of the fan base, their frustration. But I do think there's a point to be made that he, and I think this has been the criticism of some, has tailored the running game to what Josh Jacobs wants versus to what the offense is best at in terms of play action off of it and everything else. How do you view that balancing act?
Well, that's a great question because that's why I brought up the run game as a foundation. You look at Shanahan, McVay, this coaching tree, that's what they do, is a heavily schemed run game. And I agree you can be more creative at times in terms of play action. I think that needs to be more of a major part of their offense because when you can run the ball, and it doesn't have to be running for 300 yards a game, but when you can run the ball a certain way and mirror your pass game offense so everything looks the same. And I can tell you from the perspective of a former defensive back that is very hard to prepare for because sooner or later your eyes get very greedy as a defensive back and you make the wrong read because you want to make a play and you want to make something happen. And that's when you can really take advantage of a defense when the run game and the pass game look almost identical 80% of the time. And Matt LaFleur can do that.
He wore number 28, I think, during his 2 seasons in Green Bay, but he's number 1 for us when it comes to NFL analysis. How do you like that? That's clever, isn't it? That was good.
Pretty good stuff.
Very good. Very good.
Matty, you're the greatest, man. We appreciate you so much. Have a good one.
All right, guys. Thank you.
God, we are always smarter when we talk to him. He is just so...
His high school sports stuff, and I know we reached out around when our high school championships were going on. I text one of my buddies that coaches. I could not recommend it. I hope Jesse, being the wise producer he is, put that out there because that is knowledge for everybody. Parents, kids, coaches. If we could abide by it, which is a lot easier, a lot harder. Man, that was good. That was good stuff.
And look, the other stuff, you joke about sound graphs all the time. There's like 4 other ones not about the high school stuff.
His Jordan Love stuff was pretty good there. I'm kind of excited about that.
About Caleb Williams, like about Matt LaFleur. Like he's so good at what he does, and we always love it when we get to catch up with him. And I'm glad, Tausch, you sent along what he did say about high school football then, and he was nice enough to repeat it with us. He's the best. So is Jones Dairy Farm, and those videos that you continue to produce are right up there as well.
Yeah, there's going to be some fun ones coming up with the volleyball squad starting their tournament. But it all comes back to Jones Dairy. Jones Dairy Farm, family-owned and operated 7 generations in Fort Atkinson, all the way back to 1889. Best known for their all-natural sausage made from the original family recipe, available in pork, chicken, and turkey, and the sausage, all of it made with fresh meat only, none of those fillers, nitrites, MSG, or gluten. And Jones products are perfect for the holidays over the Thanksgiving. You get that sausage roll, put that in your stuffing. You also got those great smoked holiday hams that'll add a lot of flavor to your table. Head over to jonesdairyfarm.com to find all of Jones products and their availability in grocery stores all across Wisconsin.
More Wilde and Tausch straight ahead. Stick around.
This is Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, and sponsored by American Family Insurance. It doesn't matter if it's your first betting slip ever or just the first one of the week. We've got your Potawatomi sportsbook picks covered. Tune in Wednesdays to the Weekly Wager with Josh DiMaggio and Ben Brust.
Greasy Ben Brust, just whichever way the wind's blowing. I have bad posture. I don't have a great backbone, Joshy.
The Weekly Wager, Wednesday nights at 6, right here on 94.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Milwaukee's YouTube channel.
Mark Toscher here, and these days I am sleeping better than ever. I am so thankful I met with the great team at Advent to help solve my sleeping problems. The Advent team is so great to work with, and their consultations are very informative. The Advent team listened to my struggles, and rather than forcing a surgery, they helped me find the best solution for a better night's sleep. My family and I are so thankful the solutions from Advent worked. To see how they can help you with snoring, sleep apnea, and nasal breathing problems, go to adventknows.com, because Advent knows when you breathe well, you live better.
Elevate your game day gear or any outfit with official merchandise from the Milwaukee Bucks Pro Shop. From authentic jerseys to exclusive apparel and accessories, the Bucks Pro Shop has everything you need to showcase your fandom wherever you go. Cheer the deer to victory with authentic Milwaukee Bucks items. Visit us at the Bucks Pro Shop at Fiserv Forum or Bayshore Mall, or shop online at shop.bucks.com.
There's a holiday gift out there that everyone loves. It's compact, tasty, and one size fits all. It's a Cousin Subs gift card. Make your life a little easier. Give your friends and family a better gift this holiday season. Purchase $30 in gift cards today at your favorite Cousin Subs location and receive a certificate for a free 7.5-inch sub. Oh man, that's the gift that keeps on giving. Cousin Subs. We believe in better.
The holidays are the perfect time to thank the people who make your business shine. At Alpha Custom Apparel, we help you create custom gifts and branded apparel that show true appreciation. Whether it's polished polos for your sales team, cozy quarter zips for employees, or thoughtful giveaways for your best clients. We make it easy with fast turnaround, creative options, and Midwest service you can count on. This season, give gifts that build pride and strengthen relationships long after the holidays are over. Visit alphacustomapparel.com and start your holiday gifting today.
The shot clock's winding down, and Saturn Lounge scores at the buzzer. When your marketing needs a slam dunk, our team drives the lane with creative strategy, branding, websites, video storytelling, and marketing campaigns that win. We run the full court press in every engagement, pushing the pace, finding that open shot, and delivering the highlight reel results. Our Saturn Lounge team ensures that your marketing content and campaigns dominate like a champion. Don't settle for a turnover or a missed shot or a wasted possession. Let Saturn Lounge run your marketing game plan now. To tell the world your story, visit SaturnLounge.com today.
Every great team starts with a strong defense, and the same's true in business. That's why companies trust Trend Micro for cybersecurity. From ransomware to phishing to the most advanced cyber threats, they help protect your network, your data, and your people. With over 35 years of expertise, Trend Micro has built a defensive playbook trusted by enterprises worldwide. Your business works too hard to get blindsided. Go to trendmicro.com and see how enterprise security is done right. That's trendmicro.com.
Hey, this is Mike from Infinity Exteriors. Buying a roof, siding, or windows can feel overwhelming. Hidden costs, confusing contracts. We don't play that game. We educate you so you can decide. And when you know the facts, Infinity Exteriors is the clear choice. Since 1997, we've installed peace of mind with no surprise upcharges, flexible budgets, and immediate financing. Infinity Exteriors, saving our communities from unscrupulous contractors. Visit infinityexteriors.com.
You're listening to Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella at 855-PELLA-WI or visit online at PellaWI.com/radio.
Writing for a page, letters for you. She can't top all the things I do. Chasing
I don't know. I think we're starting to stumble into some pretty good royalty-free tunes here.
I love it. We haven't even got any Christmas music, yacht rock. This is we're just dumbing into these.
The world is our oyster. Musically.
Free Music 8 is my least favorite of all the royalty-free music. I can't
Wait, so
stand this one.
do you search these out and load them in, or is someone else doing that for you? How does this work?
It's a team effort. Yeah. Everybody's submitted a share of songs.
So Riley's doing all the work. Riley and Hunter are doing all the work, and Wooly. Is that how that's going, or
pretty much?
Yeah, team effort. Yeah,
there you go.
You know what else is a team effort? Is your success on Prize Picks? What did you do over the weekend? I lost track of that.
Yeah, we had a good weekend. Thanksgiving was good, other than I would have had a really good weekend if old boy catches. Jesse was all over telling me, "Oh, Wiley's gonna catch that 1 yard. That's all he needed."
I'm glad I did a flex play because I still won. We had 3 out of 4. Would have been a big payday if Wiley would have had a catch for a yard. Yeah, still was winner.
Can't run one.
Tell
me we can't run one.
He had a pass thrown to him. He drew a pass interference penalty. That's the difference. It's a game of inches.
We needed a catch.
The guy doesn't grab his arm if he catches that ball.
I'm going to tell you this. It's still fun, and it's the holiday season. Best time of the year for sports. Bowl games, basketball matchups, playoff pushes, and it's all happening at one time, and it always feels good to be right. With Prize Picks, the simplest way to play daily fantasy. Make your player picks less than 60 seconds. Choose more or less on at least 2 player stats. Get them right, and you can cash in. And new this season, early payouts. If your lineup gets off to a hot start, you might be able to cash out before the game even ends. And with stacks, I told you to stack up on McCarthy a couple weeks ago. Pick. You can do that. You can do Giannis. You can do Steph. All of it. Deposits are fast and easy with Venmo, Apple Pay, MasterCard, and more. Download the Prize Picks app today. Use code WI, and you'll get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Again, that is code WI to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks, it's good.
To be right. We will be right in the 11 o'clock hour right away in 2 minutes. So stick around.
Don't go anywhere. Another hour of Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, is coming up next on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Hey, it's Gary Ellison for Wisconsin Indoor Golf Center. Looking to escape the cold or take a midday break? Get your game on at Wisconsin Indoor Golf Center, where it's always golf season. Play more than 2,000 courses, including over 50 right here in Wisconsin. And even that famous course where they hand out green jackets. Top tech simulators, great food, and the best Bloody Marys around. This is your year-round slice of summer. Bays start at just $35 an hour, Monday through Friday. Book your bay today at WisconsinIndoorGolfCenter.com.
Life's better with Drive My Way from American Family Insurance, because we know it's more than just a car. It's your escape pod, your adventure mobile, your memory maker. And we help protect the dreams that drive you. Personalize what you pay for auto insurance and you could save between 5 and 20%. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Unsafe driving behaviors may increase your rate. Visit amfam.com to learn more. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Oh, my back.
Santa?
Gina Dello from Pella. You've been a good girl this year.
Is that why you're in here building new windows?
Santa's doing OT.
Let me make a call.
Frighteningly fast Pella team at your service. Let us take it from here, Mr. Claus. And Gina, next time.
I know. Ask for a Pella gift card. Right now, at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, get 0% interest for 24 months. Visit PellaWI.com.
Certain restrictions apply. It's 12/31/2025.
Mark Tauscher here for Iron Jock. As a former athlete, I've worn just about every type of workout gear there is, and nothing compares to Iron Jock. Their performance apparel is built to fight sweat, odor, and bacteria, keeping you feeling fresh no matter how hard you push. From the gym to the pickleball court, Iron Jock keeps you dry, comfortable, and confident. Right now, you can get 35% off your Iron Jock gear. Use code HOLIDAY35. That's HOLIDAY35 for 35% off your order. Shop now at ironjock.com.
Hey, this is Jen Latta. You're listening to 94.5 ESPN, WKTI, and WKTI HD Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station.
o'clock hour of Wildy and Tausch begins now. It will include trivia. Probably not caller 99. Whoa, Nelly. But first, well, Jesse Nelson's been criticizing Matt LaFleur's lame answer about the Packers-Bears rivalry. There was an appreciable amount of news yesterday on a couple of fronts. Tausch, first and foremost, I made a reference earlier in the show to Lucas Van Ness, and it led to kind of an interesting conversation with Jen, Gabe, and Chewy this morning when I was on with them. You know, like he misses 5 games with a foot injury, comes back for the Minnesota game, plays 6 snaps, foot doesn't feel right, comes out of the game, doesn't play on Thanksgiving. Now he's in an orthopedic boot. This is a kind of an important year for him, by the way. They have to decide on the 5th-year option in May. And Chewy kind of went down the road of guys aren't as tough as they were when you guys were playing. And I'm kind of caught in the middle there because I'm leery of questioning players' injuries, right? That's kind of the third rail that I don't want to touch. At the same time, you know, the way Lucas Van Ness discussed it with Rob Domofsky was, you know, saying that it didn't feel quite right, so they kind of hit the reset button on rehab. And I think about, again, I'm kind of, from a beat writer perspective, Tom Silverstein, Pete Doherty, myself, and Domofsky are the ones who've been around for the longest, and we all remember the stuff that you guys played through. And I'm curious for you, as a quote-unquote old-timer, how you're viewing today's players, because Chewy was like, look, I played with a torn plantar fascia after 2 weeks. Should I have done that? No, but I felt a responsibility to my team. And I don't think it's fair to Lucas Van Ness to say, oh, he doesn't care enough about it or anything critical of him. That said, they're in a position right now on the defensive line, having lost Devontae Wyatt for the season. Carl Brooks has been in and out of the lineup of late. Rashawn Gary has not had a lot of production of late, where that position is under the microscope, especially this week against the Bears team that put up 281 rushing yards against the Eagles on Friday.
Yeah, it's a tough conversation because there is not a doubt in my mind that Lucas Van Ness would love to be out there playing at a high level so you can make more money. Like that's right. That is a big part of what goes on, and then obviously you also want to help your team and you want to be a part of it, and all of those things can be true. But one of the things you find is and this is part of, I think, the evaluation process now, of it's getting tougher and tougher to find guys that are going to just say, I'm going out there and playing. I'm going to get out there if my foot doesn't feel great. Now, obviously, if his foot's broke
Correct.
Or he can't function, you don't play. Mm-hmm. But there is this if there is this thought by younger players that I can only play if I'm 100% healthy, that is new. That is not how things work. So from Lucas's standpoint, my guess is he just felt like he's not able to get out there and do what he needs to do. And if you're going to go out there, because I say this all the time, if you're out there, you're going to be judged. And you're going to be judged whether or not you're performing at a level that's up to your standard. And if it's not, nobody's going to give 2 rips about the injuries or anything else. It's just that's the reality of the situation. Now, I think there is an admiration for guys that when they go out there and play, injured and hurt. But in today's day and age, with the scrutiny level is so much higher, I don't know. I feel a little bit – I don't feel like Chewy in that regard where I'm going to be super critical because I don't know enough about the scenario. But there is no doubt guys are not playing through the same amount of stuff as we've seen in the past. That's not Lucas Van Ness related. It's just in general. Guys are going to wait until they're 100% or close to it to get back out on the field unless it's playoff time, and then you'll see more guys fight through things.
They will be without Devontae Wyatt for the rest of the season. I talked to Colby Wooden yesterday, talked to your guy Warren Brinson. I did not discuss his snow removal. There were a lot of football questions, so I had to hold off on asking him about brushing off the snow on his car.
We should ask him about that, though.
We should, no doubt about it. He's an engaging fella. There's no doubt about it. Talked to Nazir Stackhouse, and then Carl Brooks, who you were a big fan of for a while, but as I mentioned, has been dealing with some injuries as well. How big of a red flag source of concern is this for you going into Sunday, that they are down on the number of guys they have, and they're facing, like as I wrote on Channel 3000, there's never a good time for you to lose Devontae Wyatt, but there may not be a worse time than losing him right before you play the Bears, given how they're playing offense right now.
Yeah, and they're being physical and trying to run the ball down your throats. So one of the things that you try to do is keep guys fresh and have a nice rotation. That's going to be tough. Obviously, we see that Cox, who's more of an outside guy, his window is opening. I don't know if that means he'll be able to play. You have to figure out what that formula is going to be to stop this run game, because if you don't, the Chicago Bears aren't going to do anything else. They will go under center, and they will try to run the ball down your throat, and then if you allow that to happen, that's all they'll do. So my concern level's high. That is the formula for the Bears to go in and beat the Green Bay Packers. I think if you can get them in a 3rd and 5+ and have Caleb Williams need to be accurate with the football out of a shotgun, and you get to rush him, you're going to win. If you let him play under center and play in normal down and distance, hey, we're going to have ourselves an old dog fight up at Lambeau.
Right.
So who wins that battle? Everybody always looks at 3rd down, and that is a huge down, no doubt about it. This game, especially from the Packers defense versus the Bears offense, will be won on 1st and 2nd. Can you get some lost yardage plays? Can you get them in a bad down and distance for them to force themselves to do things they don't want to do? You do that, you're going to be in a good spot.
The other thing that I asked Matt LaFleur about, and I didn't want to keep Matt Bowen any longer, a lot of Matts, Matt Damon, Matt Patricia, was Evan Williams. And I think you made a reference to him earlier in the week, or maybe it was on Friday after the game. But he seems to have elevated his game significantly. He's a year 2 guy. I know you didn't play safety, but is that, we always hear about coaches with the year 1 to year 2. It was definitely you that mentioned him because you compared him to Micah Hyde, which I had never heard before until you did that. I'm curious what you think of what he's done and if the year 1 to year 2 jump is a real thing, because that was a guy that was pretty good in year 1, and it appears now he's been even significantly better in year 2.
He's been awesome. And you heard, I don't know if it was LaFleur or Hafley, just raving about how he can disguise things, and then he's got a trigger, which is a quick twitch. I see it and I go. And you saw it with some of these run plays. He's 12 yards deep, and you have to make sure you don't get bit by the play action bug and then get thrown over the top and what the hell are you doing? But he sees it, he reads, and he goes. And this will sound crazy, but for as big of an impact as McKinney made last year, and he made a huge impact, you can make an argument Evan Williams this year has probably even been better. Not than what he was last year, but when you're comparing now, it was, McKinney's up here, and we'll figure something out at the other safety spot. Now you look at it and say, boy, those safeties are good. And it's because Evan Williams has made that jump, and he's a ball hawk. He's made plays on the ball. But really, I think his support in the run game, it allows them to do even more than they want, more with McKinney than what maybe you could normally do if you didn't have somebody you trusted like that. So that safety group, couple years ago, it was, oh, God. I mean, we went through basically almost a lost decade of bad safety play.
My guy, Rudy Ford.
Everybody, we just have never replaced Nick Collins. Oh, my God, we had Nick Collins another Super Bowl. And you know what? You're probably right.
Yep.
But we didn't. And we use draft picks, and we're constantly trying to figure it out, and it never worked in the way you wanted. And I would say now all of that conversation is donezo. Because I think from a tandem standpoint, this is as good as it's been since Nick Collins is here.
Yeah. We'll talk a little bit more as we get close. Well, I was just going to play trivia, man. Just trying to play trivia.
It was great.
What was I? That was such a good. I thought I set up the question very well, and then you gave a great answer. What more did you want? Great answer, Tausch. That was phenomenal.
No. Why are you so sensitive, man? I just did your thing.
He just doesn't like the yep. He just.
I know. He just doesn't like that.
I don't mind him. Yep.
If he
yep is fine.
Just
but I can't reiterate
trivia,
yep.
and then we're good. Not yep. Time now for trivia. Like that. That's where you get them.
So you think
I'll say
that
this,
if I drop the
Jason? Yep. I'll say this. I appreciate how you will long-winded ask questions. I did a show on Sunday, and when you don't do shows with people very often, you don't really know the ebbs and flows. I don't know if you notice, I always try and decrescendo my voice so you know I'm done. And I think I'm pretty good at doing that.
Then I say, yep.
Yeah. It gets a little awkward when you don't ask a question and your voice doesn't trail off. It just goes. It makes it a little more, it makes it tricky.
Can you give us an example of that to further understand your plight?
There was something on Sunday about, I think there was a big play in the Rams-Panthers game, and I didn't know if we were throwing it to a sounder. I didn't know if I was supposed to talk, and it was just kind of like a point being made. But then he didn't say, like, and Mark, what do you think, or anything else? And it was just dead air, and so much so that the producer got in and said, hey, are you still there? And I said,
oh, no.
Yep. Yeah, it was a little awkward. So then
and you hate dead air.
On the air, you just
when it's not you and
like 3 seconds of silence.
When it's not you and LePay, I don't feel like I could talk over. I feel like I could talk over. I try not to with Matt. I talk over all the time.
Right.
Well, it's not that I don't care. There's just a lot more time. Here, I was trying to let it resonate.
Breathe.
I wasn't trying to. Yes. And so that was one case. So I made sure if there was even a second of dead air, I was going to go.
Well, good job being decisive.
That's so funny.
I just thought that was a funny story. The awkwardness of you and dead air, because there are times when I pause, those pregnant pauses, and you got a real problem with those.
No, you're like crocheting, and I'm like, Jason, can we bother you here to jump in? Jesse, at Hard Rock Casino Rockford, what did we get in at for Jordan Love? Because Sean on Twitter just tweeted at us and asked, what were we at? Because it's now at 14.
I don't remember, but it's sitting at my desk. I can go look during our commercial break and figure out what
Dynamite
our odds
drop.
were.
All right.
Yep.
Yep.
Well, you can't go to your desk.
What does that look for? What are you throwing your hands up all exasperated about?
You just expect me to pull out of thin air something we did 6 months ago?
I asked you 100 times about it.
No, you've never asked me what
you
the
haven't
odds
taken.
were.
Yes, you haven't taken multiple blows to the head. So I just assume I've asked you 1,000 times. I would think at some point, tell me what it is, and I'm going to write it on the boogie board from now on.
I thought it was 2,500.
Don't be all. Now look at he's pouting and he's walking out of the studio.
He went to go get it.
He is such. He's being such a baby today.
I hate to say this, but I kind of respect it.
Okay.
Like he marched right out of the studio
what
to
do you
go
want
get
to know?
the ticket.
Jordan Love.
What do you want to know? Well, Sean wants to know, Jesse.
Jordan Love,
right,
MVP.
What are the odds we got Jordan Love at Hard Rock Casino Rockford? Only 60 minutes.
Yeah, easy drive.
Was I right? I said I thought it was at 2,500.
Plus 2,500.
Boy, so Jason didn't know, or Jason wasn't there. He didn't make the wager. We haven't asked him. He knew, but it's sacrilegious for me to ask Jesse, who I've asked 100 times about this, That was rude of me to do. Okay, I just want to make sure I'm all clear.
Oh,
I'm
man.
crystal clear.
If the Packers win the division, we're going to win our money back on this. This is good. Well, that would cover these other bets that might not win. Division alone would be in good shape.
Yeah, but you're going to win the 9.5
wins is a book.
Right.
They don't do that. If they don't win if they don't win 10 games, I think we're going to have a whole new operation going on here in Green Bay.
We're in good shape.
2 wins out of the last 5? Come on.
Okay, it's time for trivia.
What are those,
I'm
Jesse?
sorry.
If the division's good, what are the? Oh boy, what's the one if it's plus 9.5?
Division winner. We got on what day did we do this?
It's in like June.
Yeah, I think this was the June one. Plus 260 to win the NFC North in June. Easy.
So you bet $100, you win $260?
Yeah, so
that is such an easy one.
Hypothetically, you bet 25 to win 90. And then
what about the 9.5?
Regular season wins over 9.5. We were minus 110 on that. But we still felt, obviously, we felt that was kind of our easy money one. Because remember back in June, we thought the Lions were still going to be good, and the Packers didn't have Micah Parsons at that point. So the division one, that turned around quick. It's nice. Any other questions about the bets from Hard Rock before I go put them back at my desk for the next month and a half?
Nope.
Great.
Yep. Time now for trivia. Presented by Iron
that was
Jock
so taxing. That's on me. I'm sorry, Jesse.
Cousin Subs, we believe better. Jesse, so you don't get stuck with number 99. What's your category and what caller would you like?
It is Badgers Trivia Tuesday, and they completed a 12-game season. So how about caller 12?
With 4 victories. Caller 12 right now. 844-770-3776. 844-770-3776. Caller 12 plays trivia presented by Cousin Subs and by Iron Jock. I was just sending a note to my Associated Bank people. Got some more fun stuff ahead. And I might even be getting another one of my patented Associated Bank hoodies. They take great care of me. And they take great care of all of their customers because that's what they're known for. Great customer service. They've got the awards to prove it, whether it's early pay, which gives you access to your direct deposit up to 2 days early, whether it's credit monitoring to make sure you're in a good spot if you have a big purchase to make, or if it's fraud protection. If somebody's trying to take your money, they've got your back. So go to AssociatedBank.com to find out more, and you can always sign up for Packers checking, Brewers checking, or Badgers checking while you're there. Trivia is next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
Wilde and Tausch continues next on 94.5 ESPN, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, and sponsored by American Family Insurance. All day, every day, the Carbless talk and text line is open for you.
First off, there is not one team that's on the fringe that scares me.
800-990-3776. The Carbless talk and text line. This is more. Stay up to date on the green and gold all season. The Green and Gold Fix podcast is brought to you by Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Luxury stay, elite play, unwind in sophisticated comfort. Win big, dine, and experience the events in Milwaukee.
Cousin Subs! Oh, yeah. Kick off December with a win, because this week only, delivery's on us at Cousin Subs. From lunch breaks to late night cravings, we've got your subs, sides, and shakes covered. Order online or in the Cousins app, and we'll take care of the delivery fee. It's the easiest decision you'll make all week. Now through December 7th, delivery's on us. Cousins Subs. We believe in better.
Pain has a way of stealing the moments that matter most, especially during the holidays. It's not just your knees, your back, or your shoulders. It's time with family and friends. But in 2026, that all could change when your body remembers how to heal. It just needs a little help finding the way back. Dr. Ashley Caravelli and her team at QC Kinetics here in Milwaukee believe relief doesn't just come from surgery or pain pills. They use your body's own natural healing abilities to repair and restore what's been lost. It's your body's comeback story, powered by the very cells that built you in the first place. No surgery, no pain pills,
no long recovery, just your body remembering how to feel alive again. QC Kinetics delivers that long-term relief that you're finally looking for. Make the new year your turning point where pain stops defining you. It's time to take that first step. Literally, time to walk, enjoy the holidays, live without pain, and live without hesitation. With QC Kinetics, healing is within reach. Schedule your free consultation today at QC Kinetics. Give them a call at 414-240-2298. That's 414-240-2298. 414-240-2298.
The holidays are the perfect time to thank the people who make your business shine. At Alpha Custom Apparel, we help you create custom gifts and branded apparel that show true appreciation, whether it's polished polos for your sales team, cozy quarter zips for employees, or thoughtful giveaways for your best clients. We make it easy with fast turnaround, creative options, and Midwest service you can count on. This season, give gifts that build pride and strengthen relationships long after the holidays are over. Visit alphacustomapparel.com and start your holiday gifting today.
Host an unforgettable outing and create special memories with your crew at a Milwaukee Bucks game. Groups of 10 or more can score ticket savings, block seating, and take part in special activities on game days. Showcase your team's talents on center court, score a high five from the pros, and more. There are great options for groups of all sizes. Start planning your ultimate Bucks basketball game day experience today at bucks.com/groups. That's bucks.com/groups.
It's WTMJ's Kristen Bry, and I'm teaming up with the mayor of Milwaukee, Cavalier Johnson, to host the Milwaukee Holiday Gala, all to support Camp Rise and Toys for Tots. This year's party is stacked. Music by DJ Shauna, Mr. New York, and flying in all the way from Las Vegas, the Wynn's resident superstar, DJ 5. And you know Saz's Catering is bringing the food to keep Milwaukee happy and full. The location? It's a secret. Revealed December 10th. So get your tickets now at mkeholidayGala.org. That's mkeholidayGala.org.
Is your business ready to take the next step? At Fifth Third Commercial Bank Wisconsin, our team of local experienced advisors is here to propel you forward. We understand your needs and offer in-depth expertise, cutting-edge technology, and tailored solutions to streamline your cash collections, automate payments, and safeguard your assets with top-notch fraud mitigation tools. Contact Fifth Third in downtown Milwaukee today. Let's eliminate the non-value add work so you can focus on what truly matters, growing your business. Fifth Third Bank National Association. Custom solutions built around your goals. Member FDIC.
This is Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Sponsored by American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Cannot wait for Yacht Rock royalty free and Christmas royalty free. If this is just the jams royalty free, this is quality musical entertainment on Wilde and Tausch. Time now, speaking of entertainment, for trivia presented by Iron Jock and Cousin Subs.
Wilde and Tausch Trivia is brought to you by Cousin Subs. Purchase $30 worth of Cousin Subs gift cards this month and receive a certificate for a 7.5-inch sub. And by Iron Jock, performance apparel that actually performs. No stink, just performance. And proudly Wisconsin built. Shop now at ironjock.com.
It is time for trivia presented by Iron Jock and by Cousin Subs. Let's welcome in our contestant from one of my favorite communities in the greater Madison Metroplex. In DeForest, it is Steve. Steve, good morning. How are things in DeForest?
Things are snowy and cold.
Oh, this
got a great voice.
I was just going to ask, Steve, do you have any sort of broadcasting experience?
No, but I'm going to pursue that in my near future.
You should.
I'm kidding.
Well, Jesse's taking a year off.
I was just going to year off. This is amazing because that is now 2 consecutive statements that I couldn't get out fast enough, and Tausch beat me to.
Well, let's go.
Jesse's got a year coming away from the show, so we'll keep you in mind, Steve. All right, it is Badgers Trivia Tuesday, Steve. Question number 1 is this: number 1 Wisconsin faces off with number 2 Ohio State this weekend in which of these sports? Is it women's hockey, men's wrestling, or team pickleball?
Women's hockey.
Seriously, I think Steve's got some sort of broadcast background. I think
he's good. That is the voice that we all want.
Indeed. None of us have, by the way.
No,
all right,
we don't.
Steve,
for sure.
Question 2.
Perfect week.
Is this.
It's too early, Jesse.
Never too early.
Week already? Putting it on Steve.
If you say it from the jump, and then you can't jinx it.
All right, so here's what I think happened there.
Yeah, that's fair.
I think Jesse.
That's true.
No, I think Jesse didn't appreciate the praise we're giving Steve for his great radio voice. He felt like we didn't give him enough respect for what he believes he has as a great radio voice. So he wanted to put the whammy on Steve by dropping the perfect week on him after one question.
Just reminding everyone.
Very interesting theory. That is a very interesting theory.
I admire Steve's voice also.
Steve, radio voice Steve in DeForest. Question 2, again, now that it's been pointed out we have a perfect week going, is this. With a 4-8 record, Wisconsin finished with its lowest win total in a season since 1995. That year, the Badgers went 4-5-2, including a 3-3 tie in the final game against which opponent? Fun fact, it was the last tie ever in college football.
Wow. I know this one.
I do too. Was this Badgers 3-3 tie with Iowa, Illinois, or Stanford?
That 3-3 tie was with Iowa.
See? He did it. That's exactly what he was hoping for.
That's a tough look for me.
Were you a freshman on that team, Tausch?
I was a young, wide-eyed cat watching Darrell Bevel get hauled off to the.
He lacerated like his kidney or something.
Yeah. That was a beatdown. That was a tough watch. 3-3. Simeon Rice, Kevin Hardy. They literally almost killed Darrell Bevel. Darrell's fine. He's recovered.
So
and he blamed Tony Simmons.
That one was against Illinois. Who was the other tie against that season?
Ohio State.
Nope.
Indiana?
Nope.
Why don't you just tell us who the tie was?
Stanford. It was Stanford in Palo Alto earlier that season.
Cool story, bro. All right, Steve, let's bounce back. Question 3. In which of these years did Marquette last defeat Wisconsin? And then this portion of the question, for some reason, is in all caps. In Madison, in their annual men's basketball rivalry game. Last Marquette win over Wisconsin in Madison. Did that occur in 2013, 2017, or 2021?
That happened in 2021.
Jesse's taking so much joy from this right now.
Real tough look for me, Steve.
The correct answer was 2017. Steve, we'll get you penciled in on a few board op shifts in between your actual job. You have one right answer, thanks to Jesse. That means you have 2 entries into Friday's drawing. Regardless, we appreciate your voice and we appreciate your loyalty to the show, buddy. Thanks.
We thank you. This is Howard Cosell saying goodbye.
Bob is Bob.
Better as his own voice than as Howard Cosell.
Yeah, Steve should stick to being Steve.
Yeah. I think we can all agree on that.
Yeah.
No, I agree.
We can also all agree that we appreciate Cousin Subs and Iron Jock supporting our trivia, no matter whose voice is delivering the questions. Whoa, Nelly is next. It's Wildy and Tausch.
Wilde and Tausch is presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella at 855-PELLA-WI or visit online at PellaWI.com/radio.
It all began 53 years ago with one belief. Every family deserves support and every child deserves a safe place to learn and grow. When you join the team at La Causa, you support giving children a chance to learn, to grow, to dream. Their team doesn't just show up for work, they show up for the community. As teachers, caretakers, clinicians, and social workers, united by compassion, education, and opportunity, help change lives every day by embarking upon a rewarding career at La Causa. Apply today at lacausa.org/careers.
This is Kevin Moret from Mentality. Every day is a silent competition, and with testosterone dropping 1% annually, you're fighting an uphill battle. Your colleagues notice when you lose your edge, your partner senses when your confidence wavers, and without addressing low T, you're set up to fail. No willpower can overcome this hormonal deficit. Mentality's FDA-approved treatments have shown a 30% increase in testosterone levels. Don't let low T define you. Reclaim your power at mentalityhealth.com/radio. That's mentalityhealth.com/radio.
Hey, it's Jason Wilde, and I have the perfect gift idea for you. A custom holiday gift box filled with all your Kringle favorites from Racine Danish Kringles. Or you could also try the new Holiday Stick Sampler Pack featuring Winter Wonderland, Mary Berry, Gingerbread, and Santa's Cinnaberry. It's stick size and a great way to try all the favorite flavors of the season. So go to Kringle.com to order or call them at 800-4DANISH. Racine Danish Kringles. It's not just a treat, it's a tradition.
It's time for the Milwaukee Basketball Report on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by National Liquor Mart, located at 16th and National in Milwaukee. National Liquor Mart is packed with deals for all your beverage needs, where your satisfaction is their plan of action. Open 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. daily.
The Bucks let another one slip away, falling 129-126 to the Washington Wizards in D.C. In just his third game this season, Kevin Porter Jr. put up 30 points, while Giannis Antetokounmpo also added 26. Here's head coach Doc Rivers after his team's 8th loss in 9 games.
I felt frustrated the entire night. I really did. I just didn't think we played with the right something. And we played like we thought we were going to win the game. That's how I felt. We got the lead by playing the right way. The ball was moving. Everyone was touching it. And then it just went away.
The Bucks will look to regroup Wednesday when they host the Detroit Pistons in Milwaukee.
This has been the Milwaukee Basketball Report on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by National Liquor Mart.
It's Blaine's Farm and Fleet's Black Friday Extended event. Now through Wednesday, shop extended Black Friday savings store-wide, up to 50% off or more while supplies last. Like 40-piece Rubbermaid food storage sets over half off, just $9.99. Shop extended Black Friday savings on Dickies Automotive Interior Accessories, all 25% off. Rewards members save 30%. And 159-piece Craftsman Mechanics tool set over half off. Don't miss extended Black Friday deals only at Blaine's Farm and Fleet. Be an original.
Hey, this is the Fat Jack, and football season is here. Are you ready to make money betting on sports? Are you ready to make a winning decision? Are you going to gamble for fun, or are you going to gamble for money? This year, make that decision that will build your bankroll all year long. Go to FatJackSports.com, and for less than $100 a week, make money betting on the games. That's FatJackSports.com. It's a personal portal. It comes to your email. It's hassle-free. It'll make you money. FatJackSports.com.
Hey, this is Mike from Infinity Exteriors. Buying a roof, siding, or windows can feel overwhelming. Hidden costs, confusing contracts. We don't play that game. We educate you so you can decide. And when you know the facts, Infinity Exteriors is the clear choice. Since 1997, we've installed peace of mind with no surprise upcharges, flexible budgets, and immediate financing. Infinity Exteriors, saving our communities from unscrupulous contractors. Visit infinityexteriors.com.
You're listening to Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin and sponsored by American Family Insurance.
I need one more clarification before we get to Wonelli, Jesse, because we gave you a hard time about your big super fan Barb, who was so excited to see you at Ruth's Chris. Is that a regular weekly occurrence now, or was she unavailable last night? Where do we stand there?
I have not seen Barb since that magical night a few weeks ago. I've not ran into Barb since, but I hope she and her boyfriend are doing great and that they have another chance to get out to Ruth's Chris and enjoy it. So, coming up on the holidays, a great opportunity to get out and enjoy a great dinner with your significant other, your loved ones in your life. It's a great spot. A lot of people there last night enjoying steak and the wines and the cocktails and the great drinks at the Horseshoe Bar, and hopefully everyone gets to it. Lee at Ruth's Chris was telling me the chicken is fantastic, so I think next week I'm going to have the chicken because he said it's best in the area.
We have a lot of great partners, by the way, but Lee's commercial where he talks about wanting you to come and experience Ruth's Chris is so good. He is so authentic sounding. I hope we sound that authentic on our show. Speaking of authenticity, time now for Whoa Nelly.
If the topic is good, the guys discuss.
Just the other morning I had breakfast at Tracy Rocker's house. His mama brought out 15 flapjacks. He said, Mama, take back 5 of them flapjacks. I gotta stay hungry for the Crimson Tide.
But if it's not, the show must go on. It's time for
Whoa Nelly
on Wilde and Tausch.
By the way, if you missed the Barry Alvarez show last night, it is available on the ESPN Madison YouTube channel, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and it will air on the radio. We were bumped because of the Bucks last night. On the radio from 6 to 7 o'clock, a recorded edition of the show tonight on 100.5 ESPN Madison. So we'll hear
Bucks game should have got bumped.
Well, yeah. 16-point lead. They blow it against 2-16 Washington. Tough.
When are we gonna? When do we start having a conversation?
Oh no!
Uh-oh. About
do
what?
We wait for Pablo's birthday?
About what?
What the hell are the Bucks doing?
What did Pat Murphy do now?
No, it was his birthday. I don't know if Jesse wished him a happy birthday.
I didn't. Happy birthday, Pat. Skip.
We're what are we doing?
Care to say more?
Well,
the
we're
Bucks are
11th
struggling.
in the East, right? We can't beat anybody. You can't beat the Wizards. You might as well. I mean, and this wasn't. Correct me if I'm wrong. I just want to make sure I'm right. Giannis played last night, right?
Giannis played last night. The Wizards were 2-16 entering play last night. The Bucks were up by 16 points.
Okay, I am going
blew the
to
lead and lost.
Okay, I am going to learn a lesson from that bad
Fateful
series
day.
against the Oakland A's.
This kind of feels like it, though.
2 years ago. It feels a lot like it. And while I was right that they didn't win a championship, they ended up doing better. They did win the division and do all that. The Bucks aren't going to win the division. I don't know what we're doing. Somebody's got to help me. I maybe need to get. It's Bears week, so we're not going to do that till later. But that was a bad loss last night. That was Oakland A's bad.
By the way, a couple of losses last week. The Bucks did not qualify for the quarterfinals of the NBA Cup for the first time. So they had been the best team in NBA Cup history, having gone to the semifinals and then winning the championship last year.
Was that the first year of that?
So the first 2 years of it.
Okay.
So year 3, the Bucks not in the tournament.
I liked the Cup in the beginning. Cup is dead. It's done. It sucks. It's over. Nobody cares.
Whoa, Nelly!
This has been Tausch's NBA Minutes.
Bucks Pistons tomorrow night. Big one. Pistons are good.
Pistons got a good squad. They do.
So, should I ask you about the Big Ten championship game or free mimosas?
What's our path out of where we're at with the Bucks?
Or we want to keep talking Bucks?
Can we turn? Well, can we turn it around, or is this just going to end up? And then what are we doing? We got no picks. We got nothing. What are we doing? What are we going to do?
They'll get some picks if they trade Giannis.
Oh, Dame time again? Bring him back.
Bring him back. We're
All
paying
right,
him.
continue. I don't. It's depressing. I don't even want to talk about it. Let's move it along.
Fair enough.
Whoa, Nelly!
Big Ten
I just don't understand. I mean, Giannis is, if he's back and he's healthy, we shouldn't lose to the Wizards. You know what I mean?
so weird when you give the verbal cues like you're done with a sentence and then you just keep going.
Imagine that poor guy on ESPN Radio National trying to figure out.
All right, whoa, Nelly.
Poor what's his name from noon to 4 on Sunday.
Nelly.
Whose name Tausch still isn't sure of?
We are down to 1 minute.
Is it time to start thinking about having a conversation about Doc Rivers? Like, what are we doing with Doc? You think Doc wants to go through? Like, what are we doing?
What don't you want to talk about with the Bucks? You do not want to talk about?
I don't want to talk about any of this. I was hoping we'd be like, I don't know, 11-6, and just kind of hanging around and doing some things, and then we lose to the blanking Wizards with Giannis. Like, all right, whoa, Nelly. I don't want to talk.
Are you sure this time?
No. I'm trying to come up with one more talking point. I don't think I have it.
Whoa,
so,
yes.
Nelly!
Do you want to talk about the Big Ten championship game in football?
Bingo! Best mascot in where we're at in the state of Wisconsin. Is he better than Bernie?
That's actually it. Bucky would probably be number one, although he did.
Bucky's one, yeah, even with him hitting my head with that big nose of his.
Concussion.
Whoa,
all right, go ahead, Casey.
All right, I'm making the executive decision.
What do you think of the way Ryan Rollins has been playing?
On Sunday.
That's been the one bright spot, right?
We went to go see Wicked 2, or whatever it's called. Part 2, 1 year later, which I didn't know was going to be delayed for a year when I went to Part 1. We went to an 11 a.m. Sunday movie, which was awesome because they had complimentary mimosas for all of the patrons. They had plenty left over.
What are you at Augusta?
It was. I love a good
Augusta
mimosa.
National?
Mimosas
the patrons
are some of my favorites.
Are out there, yeah. Okay.
So we walked in. They kind of had them on a tray as you walked into the theater. You grabbed it. They say, "Yeah, if you're coming in for Wicked, here you go." Great. Because the snow had flown pretty good all day on Saturday, there were several open seats available, and therefore there were several mimosas that were remaining at the tray.
Oh, bottomless mimosas for the Nelsons.
So
huh?
I went out to the bathroom during the previews, and then as I was walking back in, I was trying to get an extra mimosa by schmoozing our guy, whose name I don't remember, who was handing out the mimosas.
I think he hosted the show with me at noon, right after.
I was unsuccessful, but I said, hey, if you need any help with some of those extra mimosas, I know a few people who could help you out in there. And he went, and didn't say anything else. I was like, dang it, I missed my chance.
Can I ask a teetotaling question? What's in a mimosa?
Orange juice and champagne.
And do you enjoy that?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. One of my favorites.
Are you sitting around on a random Sunday at home with Mo and Becca drinking mimosas? Or is it only when you go out?
More of an out. It's like an out for brunch. Like late.
Did you just say mimosas? Is that what you said?
No, mimosas with my dog.
Oh, okay. All right. Either way, very well done.
Thank you.
Deserve more credit.
It's more of like you go out for brunch with a group on like a Saturday, late morning. That's when the mimosas are great. Also, like when we were on our cruise back in late January, a good like starter drink to the day when you're getting after it all day on the cruise ship. A good mimosa or two.
Getting after it all day. All right, then. I didn't know it was like that, Jell.
I didn't.
I did.
I didn't mean getting after it like that.
Well, you just said it.
I said. As in, like, you're going to have drinks all day. It's a great starter.
Oh, I thought you were talking about other stuff.
Yeah, I know you were.
Oh, I thought you were talking about other stuff.
So Kevin Porter Jr., nice night, but he had to leave with back spasms. Hope he's going to be all right.
He's getting after it too much.
Whoa, Nelly!
No further questions.
What are you on jury duty?
You and Mrs. Cohen. That was something.
That was interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Go Bucks. More Wilde and Tausch straight ahead to wrap it up. Stick around.
This is Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, and sponsored by American Family Insurance.
Are you looking for reliable transportation this holiday season? I've got you covered. Hey, it's Jen Latta from ESPN Milwaukee. With holiday parties, family gatherings, and year-end events on the horizon, I trust Accutrans Group to handle all my private transportation needs. Whether it's a corporate function or a festive celebration, Accutrans gets me there safely and on time. As a veteran-owned business, they pride themselves on top-notch service that you can count on. Booking is easy, stress-free, and reliable. Just visit AccuTransGroup.com to reserve your holiday ride today. That's AccuTransGroup.com.
ESPN Wisconsin's Mark Toscher here for the Pickler Menominee Falls, and it is now open. Your home for pickleball. 9 premium indoor courts with unlimited play, leagues, tournaments, and clinics, all included in your membership. And right now, if you're not ready to commit to a full membership, you can try it all with their special trial offer, 15 days for just $30. That's 2 full weeks of unlimited play, leagues, and clinics for only $30. Check it out today at thepickler.com, and we'll see you on the court.
Let's get the latest from Lambeau. This is your green and gold fix on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Z-Bart of Greater Milwaukee. Why Z-Bart? Because you don't want rust holes in your expensive vehicle. Let Z-Bart keep the rust away with professional rust protection. Only at Z-Bart.
It is Bears week, and for the first time in years, big-time playoff implications for both of these teams in a matchup in December. The 9-3 Bears, currently the 1 seed in the NFC and the NFC North, while the 8-3-1 Packers would overtake them for the division lead with a win Sunday. Back at his introductory press conference in January, Bears head coach Ben Johnson took a little bit of a shot at Matt LaFleur.
And to be quite frank with you, I kind of enjoyed beating Matt LaFleur twice a year.
And months later, LaFleur asked if he ever thinks about those comments.
Not really, no.
Certainly adds some juice for Sunday. I'm Alex Stroh.
This has been your green and gold fix on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Z-Bart of Greater Milwaukee.
Do you want your car to shine like a diamond? Then you need Z-Gloss from Z-Bart. Z-Gloss gives you a mirror finish and protects your paint from everything Mother Nature can throw at it with a 10-year guarantee. Visit zbart.com for more information.
Change your grocery game plan to locally owned Century Foods, home of the best meat, freshest produce, and tastiest treats.
And free groceries.
Okay, just calm down. We'll get to that later.
Stay tuned in right here to score free groceries.
Stop, please.
Okay, I'm shutting up. My lip is zipped.
Let's get to this week's specials at Century Foods. Now through Wednesday, save on 64-ounce selected varieties Old Orchard juice, 2 for $5. 8.1 to 11.5-ounce selected varieties Bear Creek soup mix, 2 for $7. 6-ounce selected varieties Blue Diamond almonds, 2 for $6. 10.5 to 11.25-ounce selected varieties New York, Texas, or garlic toast, 2 for $5.
And now time for the big reveal. Free groceries.
That's too over the top. Forget it. I'll handle the rest. Enter to win $500 worth of free groceries on Century's Facebook or Instagram by December 31st.
When storms hit or accidents happen, it's not just about property, it's about people. I'm Mandy Grimal-Lococo with Grimal & Associates Insurance. We help families bundle home, auto, and life coverage so you're never facing life's what-ifs alone. With the heavy rains we've seen in Milwaukee, we'll review your policy to be sure water backup, sump pump failures, and flood risks don't drain your wallet. Your home is more than walls and a roof, it's where life happens. At Grimal & Associates Insurance in Shorewood, we're here to protect your home, your family, and your peace of mind. Call us today at 414-332-0838.
When you're high, you feel different. Pretty obvious, right? You think different, talk different, but if you feel different, you drive different. So if you're high, just don't drive. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
You're listening to Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella at 855-PELLA-WI or visit online at PellaWI.com/radio.
We're almost out of time. Tomorrow, Brian Bulaga will be here, as he is every Wednesday. Can't wait to talk to him about Anthony Belton. Tausch, any more thoughts on the Bucks before we say goodbye?
I'm very concerned. Like, very, very concerned.
Very concerned about the outcome of the season, or very concerned about the departure of Giannis Antetokounmpo?
You could mention anything about what's going on, and I could say I'm concerned about it.
The end of the golden age of Bucks basketball?
Concerned about it.
Ryan Rollins continuing his performance.
No, not concerned.
See? I came up with something that didn't work.
That was where I was kind of hoping you'd go into Giannis's future,
right? But
ownership, coaching, and I was going to say yes. But Jason's on it, and I like that
because the show's over. Because we got to go.
Correct.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Yep.
We'll do it again tomorrow. Thanks to Matt Bowen and Evan Cohen. Have a great day. Take care. Be good.
Without an Advent clinic nearby, people suffering needlessly from chronic nasal congestion and sinus infections would be stuck with either Band-Aid or Sledgehammer solutions. Band-Aids are pills or nasal sprays, and they're not true solutions. Surgery is a sledgehammer, and that's what we're trying to avoid. Because most people don't need surgery for nose and sinus issues, nor do they want a 14-day recovery. Our unique Advent approach can, in 20 minutes in our office, open your blocked nose for good, with only 1-day recovery. I'm Advent founder Dr. Kandula. Outside of Advent's 4 walls, invasive surgery is what they'll recommend. But here you will find effective and convenient in-office solutions to help you stop the need for Band-Aids and avoid the sledgehammer.
Go to adventknows.com to schedule your appointment, because Advent knows when you breathe well, you live better.
Most insurance accepted. The holidays are the perfect time to thank the people who make your business shine. At Alpha Custom Apparel,